I am a sucker for Instagram ads, man. I'm buying everything.
Yeah. How do you do it? Do you go through the Instagram ad, or do you go and check their website and see whether it's a scam? Or
Well, first thing I do is see if I can get it on Amazon, Galvin, because if I want something, I want it delivered in a day, sometimes in the same day.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's not. Like, I just ordered flakes. You know what that is?
No.
The frosted kind?
Yeah,
or?
there's a big tiger on the front. Flakes is a dandruff shampoo that specializes in beard dandruff because my beard is just dry as can be no matter what I do. And I have a medicated shampoo from the doctor's office. Comes in a little white bottle with a label on it. And I put it on. It's for your hair. It's for dandruff for your hair. But I put it on my beard and still my beard gets all gross.
How old are you? What is going on? Prescription shoes? You got dandruff in your beard?
And that's your Instagram algorithm.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's showing you.
Here you go, old man. You buy some bird feed and some stuff for your beard.
Yep. And that should be here any day now. So I'm not even talking about that. The new thing that I'm going to order is grunts. Have you seen that?
Grunts?
Grunts.
Gruns. Yes,
Gruns.
that does sound familiar. What is that?
They're green. Carmen, I think that you might have seen them.
I have not.
Gruns are green. What do they call those little gummy bears?
Are those for the erectile dysfunction?
No, I'm good there, Gio.
Oh.
Thank you for bringing that up. Take testosterone.
They're back.
Oh, no.
We went and got the plant. Galvin found a fly. I don't know. They're only around you.
Yeah.
You smell like garbage.
Yep, it's just me.
Grunge are for pooping to help you poop.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Again, your algorithm is really dialed
Yeah.
Yep.
And also, just go get some fiber gummies.
Yeah. Also,
Like,
I'm not a doctor. Gummies doesn't sound like the thing you want to be eating to help you poop. You know what I mean?
you say you're not a doctor?
Gummies sounds like it just all
Gums
wads
you
up. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I
Or
didn't
maybe
say
they
it.
go in there, you eat them individually, and then they get together and then just push everything through. Yeah.
They regroup.
Yeah.
They regroup and push. You ever see
Terminator 2.
how they clear a clogged drain, like a city drain,
Yeah, with the balloon thing.
or the tire?
Yeah.
You ever see that? They take a tire, like a tire without a rim, and they put a chain on it, and they run the chain through the hole, and then they tie it to a car, and they pull the tire through the hole, and it takes all the debris with it. It's pretty smart.
Yeah, I've seen that, but they also have like a massive, it's not a regular balloon. It's a massive, won't pop type balloon.
Right.
Whatever. They put that in there and push it, and it goes and pushes all the way
I
through.
need that in my colon.
Oh, man.
I mean, I don't feel backed up, but I just know that it's been a couple of days. It's been a while.
Weird.
It is. It is definitely weird. I'm not denying that. So,
Well, good luck with your gruns and your.
Last time I was at the doctor, they told me I need to get a colonoscopy.
I may need to do that too. You want to go together?
Yeah, now that I'm at that age, I guess 45 is when you got to start checking that kind of stuff.
Because they don't put you out for that.
This one, they said they will.
Oh, they will? Why? That's how bad your colon is?
bad.
I guess. So wait, is that not normal?
They didn't say do the box thing first.
No, which is weird because everybody I've talked to that is my age said that they did the box first.
Yeah.
They can just tell by looking at you.
Oh no.
That's not good.
Excuse me. Are you a burger guy?
Yeah, like they said they'll knock me out.
They twilight you so that you're like kind of out, but not really. Like I remember when I went in for when did I go in? Oh, for the hard cath, they go through your wrist, but they may have to go through your groin if they can't get in through your wrist.
Yeah.
So they shave your groin, like they shave like an area up around above your ween, and then you're laying there naked with a towel on top of you, and then they wheel you in, and I'm like really self-conscious at that. I got, it looks like a piece of gum in a bird's nest. And I got all these ladies around me, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, we listen to the show." And I'm like, "Oh, come on."
Yeah.
And the doctor comes in, and he's all Rico Suave. He's like, "Don't worry, I go through your wrist." And then I kept feeling to see if the towel was there on my because they numb you up a little bit,
right?
So I kept feeling to see if the towel was there, and then all of a sudden when they twilighted me because they don't knock you out, they just kind of make you loopy. then I just took the towel and just lifted it off. Like, I was like, woo.
Just let
Enjoy
it
the
fly.
show.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was trying to see if it was there, and the next thing you know, it's in my hand, and I'm holding it up, and I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, what am I doing?" And I know that I'm doing something, and also I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm like, whatever.
This guy wants us to look.
Yeah, like that.
I'm Twilighted.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, it was in no position to be seen. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I was not happy about it. If for some reason I would have gotten chubbed up and been in a,
Right.
sometimes you feel proud of it. I would have been like, oop, I dropped my towel.
I imagine when you're all drugged up like that, that's not what's going on.
Not good at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now imagine them shoving hose up your butt while you're doing it. Yeah, doesn't seem very appealing.
They told me they're going to knock me out.
Well, listen, I'm not against doing it, but my doctor has not said that it needs to happen now. Like I show no indication. I have no family history. Do you have family history?
Yeah.
That's why.
But they said even without the family history at 45, you should get it done at least every 10 years.
At 45, my doctor said 50. At 50, he goes, really, the latest articles say 55.
Yeah.
And then and he's like, poop in the box. And I pooped in the box, and they were like, you're fine.
Yeah. I'd rather do that.
And I did a special cancer screening thing. Where you have to pay like whatever, but they check you for possible future cancer, and that came back pretty clear too. So I think that I've done some pretty good preemptive measures,
They're
which
telling
means
me
I'll die of cancer.
Yeah, they're telling me I need to do the colonoscopy. I need to do the prostate check, all of it.
Yeah, I would do it all, Gio.
Yeah.
It's everybody says it's easy.
It does not sound easy. They explained it to me.
Well,
It
you
did
don't
not sound
actually have
easy.
to do it. You just have to lay there.
Yeah.
To them, it's
Still,
fine. You could always go to Lifeguard and get the
yeah.
you can get the virtual colonoscopy, which is less invasive, certainly in your butt, and they could see better because what happens is that the camera that they put can't always see in all the folds
Right.
of your colon, but the virtual colonoscopy can because it sees right through it.
Yeah.
So you can do that.
I
They
don't
said
know.
that Gio needs to do it because they did an X-ray and they just saw a bunch of McDonald's and Wendy's logos.
Yeah,
Inside of
yeah, that sounds right.
I do like going under anesthesia though and getting knocked out.
You do?
That feels so good.
I don't like. I don't know. Like all I recall is waking up. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're there and then all of a sudden you just blink and it's gone.
When I had the hernia surgery, I woke up with. They were like you woke up hours before you were supposed to.
Oh.
And no,
We
but
had to wrestle you.
I was fine, but I had the tube in my throat. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I woke up and the lady goes, "Oh, you're up." And I go, "Yeah." And I was like, And she goes,
Yeah.
"Don't move. You have a tube in your throat." And I went, "I don't want to feel that."
I always tell the guy I'm gonna fight it. You're not gonna get me.
Yeah.
He's like, oh really? He's like, okay, bye. And
Yeah.
The girl from my heart cath said she came in and she goes, "I'm your bartender." And I went, "Okay." I didn't know what she meant. She goes, What do you drink? Do you like tequila?" And I said, "Sure." And she goes, "I'm about to knock you out with tequila." I
Yeah.
said, "Okay." And next thing you know, I was like, "See you."
oh, it feels so good.
It feels so good, but the anxiety of them about to shove a mile of tube up your ass is.
Yeah, the anxiety is like, am I not gonna wake up from this ever?
Yeah.
But then-
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah.
See, I don't
'Cause
get
you
that. I don't
hear
feel
those-
that.
Man,
You
I
hear
think
those
that,
stories all the time.
Yeah.
They
I
gave you a
know-
little too much or it messed with one of your other medications. You know, that's how most people die is the anesthesia.
Yeah. I
Not
gotta
the
tell.
actual surgery.
Yeah,
surgery.
I got to tell you, whenever they say, "Are you allergic to anything?" I go, "Not that I know of," but I mean, I
Yeah.
haven't tried everything. I don't know. You're gonna give me something and be like, "Oh yeah, that's the one."
Last time they're like, you need to calm down. I'm like, I'm really nervous about this.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, you feel like you used the best sleep ever.
Yeah.
I
You
just
know?
thought of something. You know how I get all excited when my wife is going on the airplane that this could be the time I become single?
Mm.
I bet you she's feeling the same way every time I go to the hospital.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think so.
She's like, "This is it." Oh, she's gonna be so rich.
Yeah, but I think she loves you and would like you to live.
Oh, thank you, Carmen. That makes me feel so much better.
Yeah, I don't think she has the same hate for you as you do for her.
I don't hate her. I just think of how much better life would be without her.
That's not. I
Yeah.
tell you, that's not love.
Well, I'm just saying. I feel like I don't know. We had a conversation yesterday about the summer beach bash.
Yeah.
She was going to come to that, and I'm fine with that. I just feel like she's going to be miserable.
How did you invite her? You don't want to come to this, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, "Are you coming to this?" And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "You invited me." I go, "Amanda, you're invited to every event that we do. I've never said to you, don't come to this. I just don't know if you're gonna like some of them, if you're gonna, because she's like, all right, well, I'm going to bed at 9:00. I'm like, cool, because I go on stage at 9:00, and then I have a pool party afterwards, and then I have a speakeasy after that. So I'll be back at around 3. So why bother?
And you
know
may
what I mean?
hear a bit of ruckus
Yeah.
while
Right.
this stuff is going on.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was like, you do whatever you want. But I just don't know that she's gonna like it. She's not party girl.
The last time we was for your birthday party, we did at the Postcard Inn.
Yeah, she had no interest in it.
There was like 30 people in your room at 1:00 in the
Yeah,
morning.
yeah, yeah, and I ended up going to the room next door and going to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think she's gonna be. She would not. I think she'll come and she'll hang out for a little while, and then she'll go get a book and go in the room and read. Do you want to know what that nerd is doing? She went through some boxes and pulled out like 10 books that she read while she was getting her master's degree, and she's rereading them.
Ugh.
Yeah, like books about therapy stuff, and yeah, I was like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Oh, I remember I read this so fast when I was in college that I want to reread it because it's they all apply to my." I went, "Oh my god,
You guys don't have the internet? What's going on? Like
right, books on tape,
yeah.
something." I've reread 2 books in my life. I reread the Fletch book, and I reread Wise Guy, the book that they made Goodfellas out of.
Yeah.
And mostly because that had a lot to do with Tampa once I moved to Tampa, so I started reading that again.
That's why I read Donnie Brasco.
Yeah.
Because all the they described like the Tampa locations in detail.
Right. So I mean, it just made it such a quick and easy read, and also, we had Henry Hill on the show, so I wanted to dust up on some of the information. So I went and read through it again, and I used to keep it like in my bedside. And every once in a while, I could just pick it up, open it, and just go through it.
The books suck, man.
Books do suck. I bought that book, the Stephen King book, and it is so. I mean, it's the size of the Bible. It is huge, and I'm so intimidated by it. Everybody's like, "It's a great book, easy read," And I'm just sitting there staring at it, like I haven't even opened the cover yet. It's just, it's thick.
I got to tell you, I love Shawshank so much that I bought the short stories, the Stephen King.
How short can that story be?
It is short.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I give all credit to Frank Darabont. He made that into a movie, and he wrote the screenplay and stuff. It's based on that,
right?
But there's so much more. The movie is so much better.
What is the book's main story?
I mean, that's it.
About him getting out?
Yeah. I mean, it's
it doesn't
the story,
seem like that's a short story.
but it's a very short story.
Did
It
you
really
buy
is.
Did you buy the compilation with all the others?
Yeah,
Is it
with-
Skeleton Crew or
because I think The Stand is in there as well.
Yeah.
And but it's definitely, the movie is so much better. There's a lot of stuff that isn't in the book that is like standout stuff in the movie.
Right.
And you're like, oh, that's not even in the book? That's wild. Yeah, so that's why I give him a lot of credit for that. Obviously, Stephen King is very prolific and has great stuff, but that movie would not be that movie without Frank Darabont.
It was so weird that he's just got all of those stories and so many more just stuck in his head.
You know what other story was in there was Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the cars.
Yeah, the trucks
Also
and
a
stuff.
short story.
Yeah.
Not as good of a movie though.
I find it hard to believe that a book about or a story about cars that come alive is scary in a book.
Yeah.
Right? And then the Ford Fairlane turned the corner and hit a guy. T-Bird's headlights went on. Just doesn't seem like it would be too scary.
Yeah. A lot of cars coming alive. Christine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christine too. That's right.
Mhm.
Christine was the jealous
Which,
girlfriend.
that was a great book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That too. I can't picture that.
Yeah, it was really good.
It's Carmen. Are you still reading your spicy novels?
No,
Oh.
it's like
Too much for you?
no, I just don't like reading, and
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
to like force myself to do it. You know what I mean? And also, I'm someone that it has to be completely quiet. No one can be in the room with me because anything will distract me
Totally naked.
and take me away from it. You know what I mean? So I need to start doing my red light therapy again because that's timed out for 20 minutes. And how I was doing it, I would do my, red light therapy and then read for the 20 minutes while I had that mask on.
No.
And I was sitting in bed by myself. So I just need to like get in that routine of doing it that way.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Did you guys go to Top Golf again?
Yeah.
I mean, you love that place.
Well, so it was a charity event last night and Tiza invited us.
Oh. He's going to invite us.
I did not get invited by Tiza.
Yeah, no.
I get invited
Yeah,
by
no.
Tiza. Listen, I get invited by Tisa to go play blackjack and go over and hang out at the Hard Rock all the time, but I didn't get invited to a charity event. Rude.
Can I tell you, we don't get invited to. What's the last thing we got invited to? John Senning is fishing in the Keys with Mike Allstott.
On a
We
jet
never
and a
got.
yacht
We
and a-
never got invited to any of that stuff.
I don't think people like us.
No,
It feels that way.
but it's also Mike who doesn't go to anything.
No, it's not true. I'm sitting here and I'm saying, if you have a suite for Metallica or
I
AC/DC,
mean,
I am willing to come in your suite
Yes,
for Metallica.
same.
And no one's reached out, but who is Mo going in a suite or something?
Yes.
Yeah, nothing for us.
He reminds me all the time.
We get the one lawyer who can't provide us with anything.
Dom's got nothing.
No,
Nothing going on.
Nothing.
No jets. No suites.
no suites, no,
No.
jets, no
Hey,
nothing.
listen, at any point, if you want to see Boozer play baseball,
yeah.
In a suite?
no.
Well, see. And Boozer's moved on to hockey now.
You actually have to be third base coach.
Maybe we need a new lawyer friend.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's really not giving us any opportunities.
No.
I just thought of something. I'm excited. Don't try to take it away from me. I'm going to Mission Impossible tonight.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
You're going to take a nap tonight.
No,
What time is it at?
7:30.
Oof.
No.
And it's a 3-hour movie.
No way.
I'm gonna take a nap after the show, and I'll
And-
be prepared to go.
You're just going solo by yourself?
No. I have a date.
He's going to put the flake stuff in his beard.
Mhm.
He's going to take his boom boom
Gummies.
Grunge.
and then he's going to go watch a movie.
Yeah. Watch Jeopardy.
Watch a 2.5-hour
Yeah.
movie at 7:30 at night.
Last night was my long volleyball night,
Hmm.
so I actually don't mind that because I like to be in my car, and I have this fancy car, this truck from Stingray Chevrolet right now. That's just it's comfortable, it's big.
It's very weird that you play volleyball in the car.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I drove my daughter and her friend to volleyball, and then I have to wait there for an hour and 45 minutes. So I went to Jazzy's barbecue last night.
Nice.
Oh, it is nice.
Nice.
It is nice, except when they're like, "Which barbecue sauce do you want? The sweet or the hot?" And I go, "None."
Oh, man.
None.
Their dry rub's good, though. Whatever they put on
Yeah,
it.
but it was good. It was delicious.
Yeah.
It was fine. But anyway, so that's what I did last night. But I got a lot of work done in the car. I have my iPad out there. I look very similar to a undercover cop in the car. I got the iPad going. I got work going on. I got everything but the lights in that car, and I'm quite comfortable in it. So I don't mind that. But that was last night. I was out until late last night, so I'm good. I'm in a routine now.
I mean,
Man, you guys are really.
But you're not sitting in a dark room that's air conditioned and comfy seating.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
having to pick up your daughter is the motivating factor.
Yeah.
You remove that, and it's just like, I want to see Mission Impossible.
But I really do want to see it. I'm
You
excited
will
for
at
it.
home.
You're right.
About 6 months from
I know,
now.
like it's so easy.
Last night, Amanda's dying to see that movie Friendship
Yeah.
with that guy that I can't stand,
Tim
and
Robinson.
Paul Rudd, Tim
Yeah.
Robinson and Paul Rudd, and it comes out Friday, and she's like, "Do you want to go Friday after the show?" And I go, "No."
I think it's already out in like select theaters.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because my wife and I were looking to go too.
I was like,
Is that the
"No."
one they say is like the funniest movie
Yeah.
ever
Yeah,
made?
and they're doing it too much.
Yeah.
Like
They'll build it up. They're building it up.
You're building it up so much. I'm sure it's gonna be very funny, but stop saying that's the best ever in the world because you know.
So Tom Cruise has been doing a lot of press for this Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
And you know, the new thing that they do now is social media people. Like the Epic Universe, they just had influencers out there to
Yeah.
go and do stuff.
We didn't get invited at all to
We
that.
don't get invited to that at all. And Tom Cruise is inside this looks like a fuselage of a plane, and it's filled with water. And I'd imagine that is where so the idea that it's this AI thing that he's going after, and it's in a submarine that's been sunk, and he has to go down to it to destroy it. So I think that's where they were shooting that scene, and in the fuselage of the plane with the water and all that. And guess who they had over there doing the interview with Tom Cruise? He stops Tom Cruise and he goes, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" That guy.
Yeah.
The guy who just walks up to celebrities on the street and asks them what do you do for a living. They brought him on the set to talk to Tom Cruise and interview him.
That's
So crazy to me.
Yeah, that's what it is now.
That's the guy? That's the guy that you want to know, and you want to hear Tom Cruise explain to that dumb kid what he's doing.
You know
on
why?
Mission
Because it's
Impossible?
following.
Also, the Bring the Boom guys were booked up that day.
Oh.
That's why they were there.
Mm.
If I get Tom Cruise doing the "We Bring the Boom" dance, I'm
Oh.
done.
Oh,
It's-
he would 100% do that.
Totally.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's awful. Oh my god, that's awful. Whenever I see that fat mother doing the dance, I go, "This is
Oh my
horrible."
God.
Oh, she's a pig. She's a
Oh.
pig. She's a pig, and she's
Mama
like, "I'm the
Justice?
mama of justice, mama mia."
I gotta tell you, I'm very proud of myself that I don't even know who she is. Like I know the father and the son. I've
Yeah.
seen them, but I haven't seen any more to know who the rest of the family
The
is.
daughter's getting fatter.
Oh.
Oh
mother's
my
fat.
God.
It's gross. Like no, and plus now AJ. I mean, what's the kid's name? Justice.
Big Justice.
That kid is like he's not at the. He's about to get to the age where he's realized I'm famous for making videos of my mother and my father. Like it's the nerdiest thing ever.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, I want to still be famous, but I don't want to sing and dance with my parents anymore.
I bet he's probably sad in his Ferrari.
Yeah.
I think that he will be. Like that's my whole
yeah.
point is that
No,
he's
he
gonna
eventually
have
will
all
be.
this money, and then he's gonna realize that when he's 20 years old, nobody cares about him anymore, and he's gonna be like, remember that fat kid who used to make videos of his fat sister and fat mother?
And he has no life skill. I feel like that's the big thing.
I'm gonna play baseball.
But here's the thing: is here's the story from 2032. He brought the boom in a bad way as Justice unalived himself with a shotgun.
He brought the boom. Oh yeah,
all
it's
these
gonna be
all
awful.
these kids that age, that's what they all want to be. They want to be internet famous
Influencers.
influencers.
Yeah, I get it. You know, like the a couple of years before that, they all wanted to be video game guys, and you know, Joey used to tell me that Logan Paul had Ferraris and a mansion. And I'm
Yeah.
like, Joey, he's renting them. He does not have. I was wrong. He has it. He has it all. So I'm not stopping my son from doing anything that he thinks that he wants to do.
I saw
Because-
that Tifu guy that is from here, whatever. He was on a plane with some hyperlink thing and doing this, and he won a tournament while he was on a plane and
Yeah.
using some internet and won, $500,000, and then
Yeah.
it's also sponsored by that. And I go, Jesus Christ!
And that kid's a dick. I couldn't even get him on the show. Like he's like, oh, I definitely don't need you, old radio guy.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm good without you. Because I was dying to get that kid on because my son was such a fan, and I wanted to be cool dad for a second. That guy was like, no thanks.
When the one time that I was trying to get Ninja on the show,
Yeah.
I've never felt more belittled as ever. Like they were like, why am I even wasting their time?
Right.
Yeah.
We don't need you.
Yeah.
And
We've had
Ninja's
A-list celebrities that have been like more cooperative, and they were like, "No, why
Yeah.
would we do that?"
they were like, this kid's getting paid $100,000 to
Yeah.
come sit here and sign autographs for 2 days. And where is that guy?
No, he's still on the internet.
Yeah, but like you don't ever hear anything about him. But I'm sure he's still making millions of
Oh yeah,
dollars.
yeah,
And I saw a story you gave me yesterday that the Mr. Beast is a billionaire now.
yeah.
That is the one guy I just don't understand. Like Logan Paul and his brother are good looking, and they did smart kid stuff, and they had Ferraris on it. Mr. Beast just seems like the biggest nerd to me.
Like
Yeah.
you're waiting to find out that he's been eating children.
Yeah,
you know what I
or
mean? Like,
doing something with
Yeah,
children.
yeah.
Yeah. Like there's nothing about him that makes you go, yeah, well, that guy's at least he's cool. You know, I don't feel that at all.
Yeah, I don't know what the appeal is.
No.
But the kids love him.
I don't know if he's just it's because he's giving away money or
Yeah.
what the deal is.
That's the thing. He gives away a lot of money, and then he does games and pranks, and he does everything that kids like
He
to
just
watch.
figured out YouTube,
Right,
the
I
algorithm,
think-
and all that.
yeah, and I think he really knows how to edit the stuff properly, and he's constantly doing things.
Oh,
you
he
know?
doesn't even do it anymore. Like,
Well, no, but I mean, whoever he has.
he says he's got over 200 employees.
Yeah.
Now, but
It's
early
crazy.
on, yeah.
Have you seen the kids that go into like Costco and they'll still triangulate in like the areas, and one guy will take a bag of bread and throw it in another guy's
Yeah.
cart, and the guy will turn around and look at him, and the guy will go, "Wasn't me," and then he's like, "I know it was you," and then while they're doing it, another guy throws it in the cart and goes, "There it is again." Dude, it's so great.
Have you seen the? This is a pretty good prank. I'm not much on pranks or anything, but people have been going into like Walmart or wherever with their friend and go, he's trying to meet a 14-year-old girl, and they start filming like they do.
It's a random guy.
Their friend starts.
Oh,
It's their friend.
Oh, right.
It's like one of them that's with them, whatever. And then he starts running, and he's like, "Stop it!"
That's funny. That's good.
Because they do those other ones where they start punching people in the face.
They do those, and I get it that they're touching kids and they're doing stuff and they're bad, but they're punching these guys in the face, and I feel so bad.
You do feel bad
I
for the
feel
guy.
terrible. Like the whole situation's terrible. Yeah, you're garbage and you're touching kids, but also I guarantee that you have mental problems.
They were just there to counsel him.
It is so weird.
Just there to help him out.
One of the worst ever is the guy that they had, and it's I think it's Colorado Pet Patrol. This guy who busts all the people, and I've told you before. He says we've talked to 384 people, and we've only had 140 that we had to call the police on. We don't have to call the police on you as long as you answer our questions. 100% always calls the police.
Yeah.
But he had a guy, and it was a guy. It was like a 60-year-old guy that had a family. His kids were raised, everything else, whatever. And he was trying to meet a 14-year-old boy, and he made him call his wife and tell her.
Oh.
And the wife is losing her mind on the phone.
A boy.
Yeah. Oh, in the way the guy was doing it, he was like, "I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll explain whenever I get home." And she's like, "Don't come home." Yeah.
I mean, if you're 60 and married, and you're,
Don't you just say kill me? Just kill me.
I would think I'd have to, because how do you explain that? And be like, yeah, by the way, we've been married for 30 years. I'm gay,
Yeah.
or I decided I wanted to do gay stuff.
Yeah.
That's
And with kids.
and you know it's not the first time.
Yeah.
Nope.
He's just the first time he got caught.
But also, I think you just go, "Oh yeah, I'll call my wife." Goosh.
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't stop to talk to these morons with a camera.
Yeah, but what they do is, if you don't talk to us, we call the police.
I'd be like, call up, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'd count on a good lawyer before I start talking to these morons. I think now I've watched so many videos of the auditors, the First Amendment auditors,
Yeah.
that I'd be great with video. If I came out of the post office and the guys filming, I'd be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Right, yeah.
I'd just be the nicest
Oh,
guy.
I think I would run up to him and go, "What are you doing?" I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. We got Sporkle when we come back. We got a good show today. Christy Brinkley is going to join us on the program, and you'll be able to watch that video live on YouTube and Bone TV. She is going to be zooming in from wherever she is at. That'll be in the 9 o'clock hour. We got a brand new open letter from Galvin coming up at 8 o'clock. By the way, I put Galvin, quite possibly one of your best open letters, up on Instagram last night. I found it in my phone. It was something we made for one of our live gigs. It was just a slideshow back in the day before we really had the technology that they have now. And it was a slideshow of Galvin's open letter to girls that think they're models. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's up on Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. You can go check that out. Let's take a break. Sporkle's next on 102.5 The Bone.
So then it was told
But
to
it's my
me.
understanding that you will be compensated.
But why are Gio and I getting the same compensation if I'm actually scheduled for an activity?
How do you know what Gio's getting?
Yeah, you don't know what I'm
because we got an email, all of us.
I did not.
Right, because your compensation is more than us. So once again, that's
Very true.
right. But that is also why I understand why you are named and also being part of the schedule of doing activities. Yeah. So I just mentioned it is not fair that
Carmen, I'm making so much money.
I know. And
Listen,
you're not telling me things that I don't know.
I'm kidding.
A lot of people are making so much money.
Who else is making so much?
Oh, come on. A lot of people.
Yes.
This is how these things work.
Right. That's why we're doing this.
Business.
Right. We're not doing this because we're going to have fun.
I'm doing it because it makes you feel like a family. How you make me do it?
Yeah.
It's our family activity.
Family, yeah.
I heard there's going to be pizza in the break room.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wow.
You guys draw everybody in, you be the attraction, and then we make the money.
Right.
I like it. All right. Well,
The old bait and switch.
Yeah.
What do we have to give away today, Carmen?
So we have tickets for Dierks Bentley, Nikki Glazer, Avril Lavigne, Luke Bryan, and Cage the Elephant.
All right, we'll do that here with a little bit of Sporkle. I don't know, but I do know from going to theboneonline.com and clicking on the Bone Summer Beach Bash, book your room at Sky Beach, it appears that the second block of rooms is sold out as well. So I think if you wanted a room, you're a crap out of luck, but you can still go. It's still free. It's still open to the public, and we still want everybody to come and party. You can come, Uber in, Uber out, make it easy, and come Friday and come Saturday, come both days, come one day, whatever you want to do. It's available.
John Brand just texted me and asked me to host yoga.
Oh, wow.
He says I'll be compensated.
I'll go. If you're doing yoga, I'll go to that too. Yeah.
I will be fairly compensated.
I love it.
Well, stick around to find out what my secret activity is.
I mean, how much are you going to get paid?
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
I didn't get that email.
No?
No.
Oh, wow.
Although I may have deleted it.
No.
Calvin doesn't read any of his email because he's afraid.
Yeah, they're fishing.
I barely even open the email.
I reported 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
2 emails. I'm afraid to open anything too. And all my emails go to quarantine anyway. So
yeah.
Whatever.
I don't need your email.
Just tell somebody, it'll eventually get back to us. Clearly, they're not emailing us anyway. Nobody knows anything. What's going on? All right, let's give some stuff away with a little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Galvin is the rule maker. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today we are going to be playing Movie Cast Match. Can you name the movies released in 1996 by 3 members of its cast?
All right.
Okay. Your first one, Matthew McConaughey, Sandra Bullock, and Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, that's... What is...
Matthew McConaughey, Sandra Bullock, and Samuel L. Jackson.
Time to kill.
I was going through all of them in my head.
Great movie.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Great
stop
movie.
saying Time to Kill a Mockingbird in my head.
Yeah, I was saying To Kill a Mockingbird.
Mike gets
Michael.
the point. These all have asterisks next to them. Mike Judge, Bruce
Beavis
Willis,
and Butthead to America.
Mike Calta, Pauly Shore, Stephen Baldwin, and William
Nope.
Yeah.
Biodome. Yes, Geo.
That has an asterisk?
No,
No.
Oh,
it's
you
the
said
Beavis
these.
and Butthead did.
Oh, you said these all. I thought there was more than one. Sorry.
Nope. Just all those actors in that movie. Chris Farley, David
Time Boy.
Spade. What'd you
Black
say?
Sheep.
Black Sheep. Galvin. John Travolta, Christian,
Look who's talking.
Look who's talking too.
Christian Slater,
I know it now.
and Samantha Mathis.
I don't know.
I know it. Broken Arrow.
Yes,
Yeah.
is what I was looking for. No point. Matthew Broderick, Jim Carrey, and Leslie
Cable Guy.
Mann. Yes,
Cable
Geo.
I
Guy.
love that movie.
So good.
Point to you.
George Clooney, Harvey Keitel, and Juliette Lewis.
Ooh.
George Clooney, Harvey Keitel, and Juliette Lewis. From Dusk Till Dawn. Adam Sandler,
Happy
Julie
Gilmore.
Galvin, Will Smith, Jeff
Independence Day.
Goldblum, Galvin, Robin Williams, Diane
Good Will
Lane,
Hunting. Damn it.
and Bill Cosby. Robin Williams, Diane Lane, and Bill Cosby.
Dead Poet Society.
I don't know.
The Carpe Diem.
Jack is what I was looking for. Tom Cruise, Renee Zellweger,
Jerry Maguire.
Mike, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad, and Phil Hartman.
Jingle All the Way.
Such a good movie. I love that movie.
Gio, Shaquille O'Neal,
Shazam.
Kazam.
Kazam, Mike, Woody Harrelson, Randy
White Man Can't
Quaid,
Jump.
and Vanessa Angel.
Oh my God.
Woody Harrelson, Randy Quaid, and Vanessa Angel.
Kingpin?
Yes.
Yeah.
All I can think of is you're a real Munson.
Munson, yeah.
Damn it.
Gio.
How do they not put Bill Murray in the names?
Because they're tricking us.
Yeah.
Yeah, making it hard. Pap, we're halfway there.
Galvin has 3 points on the board. Mike and Gio are both tied with 4.
Look at this.
All right. All right.
All right, we're doing movies by cast match. Your next one, Jack Nicholson, Pierce Brosnan, and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh, what's that called?
Jack Nicholson, Pierce Brosnan, and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Attack from Mars.
Oh, he plays the asshole.
No, that's
Mars
a different
Attacks.
one, I think. Oh yeah, that's right.
Mike.
That's it. Mars
Oh.
Attacks. No, that's not Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh, where the gay guy gets beat up?
Yeah.
That's,
Helen Hunt.
No.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
That's as good as it gets.
As good as it gets. Yeah.
Mike gets the point.
Mars Attacks. I'm an idiot.
John Travolta, Andy McDowell, and William Hurt.
Michael.
Galvin,
Michael.
Tom Cruise, John Voight, and
Mission Impossible.
Galvin, Eddie Murphy, Jada Pinkett, and Larry
Professor.
Miller. Geo,
What was it?
Nutty Professor.
Woody Harrelson, Courtney Love, and Edward Norton.
That is
Woody
The Snake versus
Harrelson,
Larry Flint.
The People versus Larry Flint. Thank
Mike
you.
Calta.
Oh,
with
come
the
on. Why do I
assist.
keep on giving you these?
Mars Attacks.
Richard Gere, Laura Linney, and Edward Norton.
Ooh.
Primal Fear.
Yeah. that's a good
Galvin,
movie.
Mel Gibson, Gary Sinise, and Rene Russo.
Lethal Weapon 3.
4.
Oh, no. Gary Sinise.
I don't know.
Ransom.
Oh, yeah.
Give me back my son.
Great movie.
Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery,
The
and
Rock.
Geo,
The Rock.
Leonardo DiCaprio,
The Man
Claire-
in the Iron Mask.
Claire Danes,
Romeo and Juliet.
Geo, and Pap. We're on the last three.
Well, Mike and Galvin both have 6 points, and Gio is ahead by 1. He's winning with 7.
Joseph. Well.
I don't like it.
All right, movies by cast matchup, released in
like
1996. Last three, here we go.
I just gave Gio the Reggie Miller joke.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Nev Campbell,
Scream.
Courtney Cox, Galvin, Billy Bob Thornton,
Sling Blade.
Lucas Black, and Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah, that's
Monsters
Sling Blade.
Ball.
Oh, what'd you?
It's Sling Blade.
Oh.
Mike got that.
Mike said Sling Blade?
Yeah.
That is not what I heard. I apologize.
Point, Michael.
Oh, all tied up 7-7-7. We're going to heaven.
This is stupid.
This is stupid.
And your last one, Michael Jordan,
Space
Billy
Jam.
West,
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice. Horrible movie.
Your final score. Your final score. Michael with 7, Galvin also with 7, and Gio is your triumphant champion. He won today with 8.
Oh, yeah. Eat a W. Streak Slayer.
That was good.
What line are you playing for, Gio?
Line 6.
Line 6. Good morning. Who is this?
Steven.
How you doing, Steven?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
You are the winner. I will put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and you'll pick a prize thanks to Gio, the smartest guy in the room.
Thank you. That's awesome. I appreciate it, guys.
All right, pal. Hold on. There you go.
If I would have stopped giving you all the answers.
Yep. Thank you for that. I
Reversing
appreciate
words
that.
and stuff.
Yep.
Damn it.
All right, Calvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, whack it, push it real good, and ready, set, wiener.
Hot. All of those are hot. I don't even know how to argue with that. Galvin Nash News. We'll take a quick break, come back, get right into that. Christy Brinkley will join us at 9 o'clock. A new open letter at 8 o'clock. News is next on 102.5 The Bone. Joe, what do we got on on YouTube?
I don't know. We're gonna find out soon enough, I think.
We're having some problems. So YouTube has to. The cameras have to grab Carmen's camera and
Well, no, that's us.
whatever.
They have a
It's-
separate camera in there in the studio for when we're not doing this.
Right, like for when Mo and Drew are in there together, there's 2 cameras, and for some reason, it's programmed so that camera is on. So it's been like on an empty chair, and we've been trying to get them to fix it. So Joe told me that they fixed it,
Yeah.
but now I'm hearing it's just basically just the empty chair and our audio.
Well, that was last break, I
Right.
believe.
Right. So now we don't know where we're at. Can you pull it up and see it?
I'm looking at it.
What do you see?
A blank white screen.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing else on it.
Nothing. Just complete emptiness.
Well, that's not good.
No.
No.
Who is working on that?
I just got word from Mike Cernak that everything is fixed.
No, it's not. That is not
So-
true.
He's lying to you.
Yeah.
It was that happened during the commercial break.
What did?
The white screen.
Oh,
But
it was working fine, and then it went to the white screen.
Yes.
Oh.
White screen.
Yeah, because they got rid of the chair.
right.
Because I sent a picture of it,
Yeah.
and that was fixed. And then I went to the bathroom, came back, and the white screen was here. So,
Oh man.
but someone keeps messing with the settings. So
Who's
they
messing with the settings, Joe?
That's not me.
Carmen, can you find out who's messing with the settings?
no,
Okay.
We need answers.
but so they're trying to. I'm assuming they're trying to like reset the settings.
I just assume when you're in the studio alone, you're doing yoga
No, I'm not. I can assure you that is not the case.
every morning.
No.
Every morning with
when I
yoga.
think yoga, I definitely think
Carmen,
Carmen.
right?
I mean,
They go hand in hand.
we call her Yogi Karma.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never heard this
Oh,
before.
behind your back, you
Come
said it all the
on.
time.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There she goes, Yogi Carmen. Hmm. All right.
Oh, buddy.
Well, please bear with us as we try to figure out the technical problems. In the meantime, time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, police have arrested a maintenance worker who is suspected of helping 10 inmates break out of the New Orleans jail on Friday. That's according to Louisiana's Attorney General. The employee, identified as 33-year-old Sterling Williams, was arrested Monday night. Mr. Williams is accused of turning off the water to the cell that was used for the escape.
So they went through a pipe?
Which involved removing a toilet from the wall. It went through that way.
Oh.
He says an inmate threatened to attack him with his shank if he did not help, according to court documents.
So then why didn't he immediately go
Yeah.
to authorities after they escaped? Yeah.
Exactly. 5 of the inmates have been recaptured so far. So there's still 5 out there.
You're never going to get away with it. Never going to get away with it. You may think that for a couple of weeks you're off the hook, but you're never going to get away with it. They always know. It'll always come back to you.
And it'll usually, the fact that those 5 got captured and brought back is surprising to me because a lot of times it's, you know what I mean?
What do you mean, like they shoot him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I was
Yes,
to
by
say I
cop.
don't think there's significant criminals, but they are. They're murderers.
Oh,
aren't
there's
they?
there's murder,
Yeah.
there's double murder, there's
Yeah.
that. But also, if you're out, you escape, you know you're going back, you
Yeah,
know
it's
you're
time
going
it's
back
over.
more time and stuff. I mean, they're already probably in there for life, whatever.
Yeah, life in prison. You get out for, say, a week. You party, have a good time.
Yeah,
and
you're going back to life
Yeah.
in prison anyway. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, but
Take a
maybe
chance.
not. Maybe they're like, I'm never going back, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, but I mean, I you're
Is
right,
Joe
Joe.
dying?
I'm all right.
What's happening?
Hey,
That
don't
white
know.
screen really got to him.
Yeah.
White screen, yeah. Took me out.
I think that I don't know. I think that if I get out for a little while, I'm like, all right, get some sex, get some hamburgers, and then I'm like, all right, I'll go back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little vacation.
Yeah, like this is just. I mean, it's not like they could do anything more to me. I'm already locked up
Right.
for life. So if I got a chance to get out for a couple hours, I'll get out.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I don't know that if I'm in jail for life, that I want to live that life.
Yeah. I mean, you give it a little while to see what it's like, but then you're probably
It's
like,
never getting better.
oh no, it's
I imagine you eventually just get used to it, though.
But I wonder. I mean, we all have it built up in our head of how we think it's going to be. It's every night you're fighting and fighting people off, and
Yeah.
they're trying to get you and stuff. Who knows?
I think it's worse. I think the boredom is what gets you. The boredom of
Yeah.
doing nothing, and the chance that you'll never talk to a girl again.
Carmen can finally get some reading done.
yeah.
But they got, you see now
Too
they've
loud.
got, they have iPads, they got TV,
I know,
they got all
but the
kinds
idea
of stuff.
that you'll never talk to another female in your life, like not even for sex, just like all I'm around is dudes all day.
Yeah,
That's just so gross.
I think you just become accustomed to it.
I-
Like eventually you adapt.
I'm not a suicide guy, but I think that if there's an easy way out, like if I had a pill to swallow, I'd probably just take the pill. I don't want to be, if I'm in there
Yeah.
for the rest of my life, getting maybe butt raped every once in a while and beat up and stabbed with a toothbrush, and I think I'm done.
A lot of people do. A lot of people kill themselves when they find out that law enforcement's even going to charge them.
Oh yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
your Brian
It's
Laundries and your guy like this.
Well, Brian Laundrie knew he was guilty. That's why he was like, I'm not facing that.
He's going to jail for the rest of his life if he doesn't get killed.
Yeah.
How
himself.
much do you think I could get into the infirmary? Like, oh, I don't feel good.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I don't think you just go guard. I have a bellyache.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. I wonder is like, how do I get my medication while I'm in there?
Mm-hmm. Well, they have to give it to you.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
so-
I know, but do they have to, or do they
Right.
drop it down the drain? Oops, and then what do they? I don't know.
Prison is a big deterrent for me.
Me too.
Yeah.
Always
for sure.
has been since I
Yeah,
was a kid.
it's-
Like my friends would do dumb things, and I would be like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," but I'm not doing that. I'm not going to jail.
Even like your dad working there and telling you stories
Yep.
and stuff. I'm sure, like, man,
That when I was a kid, my dad worked in the court system for a little while, and I went to go visit him in the courts, and he just took me to the holding cell, and I went, "That's enough for me right there."
like
buddy."
I'd feel like that would almost the fact that your dad worked in law enforcement would kind of normalize it a little bit, but
No.
probably not.
No, it was the thought of, I don't know. I just, because at the time there were prison riots and stuff, and it was on TV. It was Attica and all, and then there was a lot of movies.
And
the
I would
movies-
imagine you have more insight into it. You know, the real
Like,
Would-
no, it's not
deal.
that bad.
What's weird is my dad never really talked about, like I didn't find out like jail stories till I was older, and I never get it from my dad. I was always from people that knew my dad. Oh, when your dad did this and then the other thing, and then the one thing though that I will tell you that I definitely learned what not to do from my parents was, which is kind of good because my father would take us to see movies that we should not have seen at our age. Like movies were our thing. When you're divorced, when you're a child of divorced parents and you only get to spend like weekends with your dad, it's like, okay, I guess we're going to the movies again, But we got to go see Porky's when we were like 12 years old,
Yeah.
and go see good movie. I saw every Vietnam movie, Uncommon Valor. I saw all those movies, but we went to go see one movie that I think scarred me for life. It was called Vigilante, and it was like a Charles Bronson type movie, like a Death Wish type movie,
Yeah.
about a guy whose family gets killed, and then he goes back and kills everybody. But my dad was in that movie. They shot some of it at Rikers Island, and my dad was in the movie, so that's why we went to see it. But meanwhile, I'm like 8 years old, and the first scene is a kid in the shower, and he gets blown away with a shotgun. And I'm like, oh, I don't like this movie.
And this is dad's job.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. I part of me is like, I like the fact that I was exposed to some of that stuff early, and then I think about that, and I'm like, that also made me probably scared of a lot of things I don't need to be scared of. Weird, but anyway, what were we talking about?
Inmates. Flag football will be part of the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, and the NFL owners voted yesterday to allow their players to try it out.
Good.
So
I hope
you got
they all
NFL
break their ankles.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're gonna smoke everybody that's even close.
I would imagine that a lot of the retired players would be able to do this.
Like Brady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's say Brady.
Because you don't really have to run.
Yeah,
You can still throw.
But also, if you do twist your ankle or do something like that, you don't have to worry about the season coming up or anything. It's like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, and a lot of these players that are retired are still in great shape.
Oh,
yeah.
Like Brady would be great at this.
Yeah, if Brady done it, it'd be so great.
Owners are also going to vote today on whether to ban the tush push.
No.
I can't see how you do. It's
Yeah.
illegal play.
Yeah.
It's just unfair because one team does it really well.
Yeah, I think Green Bay is the one that's really pushing for it. Where they're like,
I know Todd Bowles was against it. He
Stop
said,
it.
well, the Bucks are one of the only teams that have figured out how to stop it.
Yeah.
But he was like, no, figure out how to stop it if you're that bothered by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they can vote against that.
I think there's some like technicality in the rule book where you can't push with another player
Yeah.
or something. I'm not
I know
totally sure.
you can't use another play to step on.
Right.
Right.
jump
to
over.
like in the block and
Because
do
you're
that
literally
stuff.
using a player to push through the line. Which
Yeah,
I
but
guess,
you're pushing through everything. Every play is a push through the line.
yeah, I don't know.
I agree. As an owner, I vote for it.
I say
okay.
stop it.
You say stop it?
No, I mean, you shouldn't, you should stop the tush push. Like,
Oh yeah,
on the field.
yeah. If you
Yeah.
want to stop it on the field.
Right.
They're also going to vote on Saquon Barkley. He can't run as fast as he has been running.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to jump over people
Slow
backwards
down.
or anything. That doesn't seem fair. Speaking of football, Lady Gaga won a sports Emmy for her performance of Hold My Hand at the Super Bowl.
In the New Orleans streets, that's what she did it, right?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Well, she got herself an Emmy for that. That means she's a Tony away from having an EGOT.
Oh, she could get it too.
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. So yeah, she just needs the Tony, and then she'll have the EGOT.
She did win the Oscar, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Was it actress or was it a song?
it's probably a song.
Yeah.
The
Like best original song or
the
something?
one with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lady Gaga, Academy Award.
That was such a sad movie.
Oh yeah, so good though.
It really was good.
I thought it stunk.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I was bothered for days after that movie.
I was just so annoyed about Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga.
What you
Just their press tour, how they just keep talking about how magical it was, and they're like, it's just weird.
She actually won for Shallow. For
song.
Yeah, for the song. So yeah.
And then Andrew Dice Clay did a good job as her father.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
All right.
Oh, it's just one vote. No.
Okay.
The
Push yes, Lady Gaga no.
Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Timberwolves in Game 1 of the Western
destroyed
Conference Finals in the NBA last night. And in hockey, the Florida Panthers beat the Carolina Hurricanes in Game 1 of their Eastern Conference Final Series.
Why were they they were getting a point and a half?
They were the underdogs
Yeah.
because they were playing in Carolina.
But a point and a half, I would have get half point maybe. I thought it was an easy bet. I took the Panthers.
I took a money line.
Yeah,
I took a money line because I think they were plus 105 or something money line. So yeah,
Hard Rock Bet will give you parlays that everybody else is doing. Like if you want to just bet on it, I'm like, all right. So I bet on this one that was 4 players had over 3.5 shots, and all but
3.5.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, but all but one made it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, God damn it! I was so close to winning like $3,000.
Have you messed around in the Hard Rock Bet app and looked at the stats that they have in there?
No,
I have.
They do pretty good with their stats because they're giving you a lot of information. So they'll have like this guy has had over 3.5 assists on the road against Western teams. That like they really break it down. Yeah, and then they'll have like how many times in a row they've done it. Like this guy's had 7 in a row where he's had an assist, and that's pretty good.
They show the stat, and they've got the tab right there to place the bet. So you don't even have
Make
to
it
click.
very easy.
Oh,
Make it
yeah.
Super easy.
Make it nice and easy for you. And then tonight in basketball, the Pacers head to New York to take on Mike Olivero's Knicks. That's right. He's a fan.
Oh, huge fan.
Honky Kong.
In Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. And in hockey, the Edmonton Oilers, who are going to win it all, they're heading to Dallas to take on the Stars tonight in Game 1 of that series.
Do you think Edmonton's winning it all?
I think so.
I think the Panthers win it all.
I
Again.
think the Panthers beat the Hurricanes, and then they're in the finals against the Oilers, and I think the Oilers win it.
I think I should bet now on the Panthers.
Although I would not be surprised if the
Yeah.
Panthers, win it because they are really good.
Yeah, I get annoyed at how good they are.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man,
They are really good.
It
To
reminds
remind
me-
us of us.
yeah, especially with like goalkeeping. It's like,
Yeah.
damn it, that Bobrovsky guy.
Here's some more sports for you. The Indianapolis 500 is this Sunday, and the festivities will include the Weenie 500, the first competitive race the entire Wienermobile fleet will be involved in.
What is the Wienermobile fleet?
It's also the first time all 6 vehicles, they have all 6 of the Wienermobiles because they have different iterations of the Wienermobile.
I am unaware of what the Wienermobile is.
Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Oh, who else has that?
Oscar Mayer, but they have different ones.
Multiple.
Okay,
yeah.
so all they're going to race each other.
All of the
Okay.
Oscar Mayer Wienermobiles will be gathered for the first time, all 6 of them in over a decade, and then they're going to do the Weenie 500.
All right.
I'd watch
I'm
that.
not mad at that. Yeah.
By the way, we're also going to be doing the Weenie 500,
Oh.
but it's completely different. Get ready for that.
I'm doing like the Weenie 15 minutes.
Oh, well, we'll see. Airbnb announced its anti-party algorithm will be in effect for Memorial Day weekend. Listen to that. I got to tell you, Airbnb, you're losing me on this. If it decides you're trying to rent a house to throw a big party,
Yeah.
you're going to get blocked. Red flags, including booking a big place close to where you live and booking last minute.
So I've never rented an Airbnb. I don't know how that works.
Were you
I don't-
banned immediately?
Yeah, well, for some reason, the very first time I ever tried to do it was when Pipple Toddler was playing down in St. Pete Beach somewhere, and I was like, I couldn't find a hotel near there, so I thought, all right, I'll try Airbnb, and for some reason, it came up flagged. I'd never done it before, and because I had problems, I just never did it.
Yeah.
We do Verbo quite a few times.
I did Verbo once.
Yeah, and
Never Airbnb.
and I don't know. I just so I think that should be if I'm renting out a place to find out that some kids are going there to throw a party, I'd be furious.
Well, yeah, but also it's not necessarily kids. I mean,
Adults.
you could be of age, you could be doing it, but also like that's what people want to do. But I mean, God forbid somebody has people coming in Memorial Day weekend and want to stay close to their house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm renting it for you.
Yeah.
Then I get blocked because you think I'm just throwing a party. Hey, isn't that your business?
Right. That seems weird.
Trying to get people to rent your place?
I know my son has gone into the Airbnb before.
Yeah.
When I booked the Airbnb for New Orleans, I was terrified you were all going to hate it and blame me.
Yeah.
It was great.
I was like,
can see
man,
that.
this is going to be.
I mean, I really felt like we were in a neighborhood that we could get killed in any minute, but
it's New Orleans, though.
it was
Yeah.
industrial. It wasn't crime ridden.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it was just industrial.
Right.
But it was fine. It was great. We were all in the house together. I had a gun. We're good.
I was like, man, they're going to hate it. It's going to be my fault.
I got to
They're
be
gonna-
honest with you. I thought it was totally fine. There was a problem with the bathroom door. The problem was it opened while Tom was naked. But other than that, that's not your fault.
No, I did put that when they asked me about the review. I did put that in the review,
Yeah.
and I think they're taking care of that
Yeah.
since.
They're banning Tom.
Yeah, Tom is no longer allowed.
One of our guys was waiting by the door to rip it open
I mean,
while
you
he was
understand?
naked.
The kitchen was his bathroom.
I
Or
guess.
his living room.
I guess.
Oh, there you go.
Pretty wild.
So I had a little time.
Happy National Wait Staff Day. An online poll found that 32% of servers have eaten food off a customer's plate, 25% have hooked up with a cook, and 50% have retaliated against a rude customer before.
What I found when I worked in a restaurant as a busboy was that waitresses ate stuff off the plate after the people. Like I'd clear a table and they wouldn't eat somebody didn't really eat a lot of their fries, and the waitresses would eat their fries. I'm like, oh, that was somebody. I know it was untouched, but you don't know.
Yeah, you definitely don't know because somebody could have like put the fry in their mouth and been like, oh, this is something,
now you're
whatever.
eating their dirty fry or spilled an ashtray in there or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that's pretty gross.
It's kind of like eating food out in the hallway of a hotel or something. If somebody leaves like room service and they're like, oh, this looks fine.
I worked at this restaurant called Raspberries, and the guy Kevin Doherty was the owner, and he couldn't be a bigger dick. But I don't think he's still alive, but I would bring out a basket with one roll per person at the table. So if there's 4 people, I'd bring out 4 rolls, and then when I'd bring it back, like I'd go to throw it away, he'd go, nobody touched them. Put them back in the heater, and I'd have to take the used rolls and put them back in the heater for the next meal.
Yeah. That's why I always tell people don't get fruit in your drink at the bar because that stuff is sitting out all night.
Oh, yeah.
And then going back in a jar, and then the next day pour a little soda water on it and put it back out there. And plus, there's so many people that think that that's like a little snack buffet, and they come up there and they're
touch it.
reaching through the cherries and everything else. Yeah.
I did eat the cherries a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I told you about that. One of two of my favorite things I used to do as a bartender is whenever people would eat the cherries, I'd go, "Hey man, don't eat the cherries," because then I have to go get more whatever. And this guy was like, "Oh yeah, okay, no problem, whatever." And then I see him reach back and get the cherries again. I go, "This." So I just got a bunch of Tabasco sauce and dumped it in, and he did his little sneaky reach back. I'm like, did that. And then also, whenever you're standing right where the ice is, that's the well, and that's where the servers come up, and you got to keep that clear so that the servers can get through and stuff. And I would always tell people, hey, can you do me a favor and just scoot down? This is where my waitress needs to be. And they'd be like, yeah. But some people would just ignore you and try and be like, oh, I'm better than you, whatever. So I told one guy, and he was like, yeah. And he got back over there. I told him again, and then he got back over there. So I said, okay, fine. I just drenched a bar towel with soda water, just drenched it. And as soon as he moved forward, I just laid it across the thing. He leaned back on it and just soaked his whole back. I was like, oh, did that get you? Move.
I bet you were the meanest bartender.
100% the meanest bartender if you're an asshole.
Yep. I bet you made the most money, though.
Also, 100% the best bartender if you were normal. And I used to tell people that. I'd go, listen, if you want to play asshole, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
I go, so don't do that. I go, you can have a blast and have a great time. I'll point out girls that are available, this and that. I go, but if you're going to be a dick to me, those guys up there, they're going to throw you out the back and you're going to land in dumpster water.
Yep.
As a girl, I would make more money if I was bitchy to customers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's hot
Yeah.
if you do it.
Yeah.
It's not as hot when
It
Galvin
was
does
hot.
it.
It was
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
It was hot.
I went to Coyote Ugly one time, and we did shots, and I must have left some in my cup, and the girl came over with a marker and she wrote "pussy" with an arrow and drew it to me. I was like, all right, I see where we're headed.
We had, obviously we hired just hot girls. It didn't matter whether you had experience or not. We would teach you how to bartender, teach you how to do different stuff. And as you came in the front door, there was a big garage door thing that went up, and the girl was like up high where you could see her legs and everything. She would stand up high there, and it was all different beers. Had probably 60 different types of beers and stuff. And, so whenever guys came in, she'd go, "You guys need a beer?" And do that. And they'd be like, "No." And she goes, "What are you, gay?"
Yeah.
She used to do that all the time, and it was so funny. And guys would be like, "Well, I'm not gay. I'll get a beer." And it was like, that works.
That's funny.
In a survey, so we're talking about waiters and waitresses and wait staff, that type of stuff. In a survey, 56% of people say it is totally acceptable to use a coupon on the first date.
No, you'd never use a coupon
Yeah.
on a date ever.
Oh, I think it's fine.
You think it's fine?
Yes.
How about this? 61% of the people surveyed say that being frugal is an attractive trait in a partner, and 28% called it sexy. Nobody's calling it sexy.
No.
Using a coupon.
What about a gift card? Does that count, or is it the same thing?
If you have a gift card to a restaurant and you go and the bill comes and you slide the gift card in there with your credit card and they go, that's fine. But if you're like, I have a gift card for that's the worst.
Yeah, save that for later. Don't do that on the first date.
Yeah.
I mean, totally fine using a gift card or using a coupon and
Coupon's
whatever.
not cool. If you cut it out of the newspaper and
But no
you're
one's
like,
doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's getting sent to their email, and it will be like, get a free appetizer or something. Because a lot of restaurants will do that if you
just to
sign
get people
up.
in, yeah.
Yeah,
That's awful.
I don't think so.
What if
It's
I-
awful if we go into a restaurant and I reach into my phone and I go, "Hey, can you scan this? I have a free con queso." That's awful.
You're talking to the queen of free guacamole over here.
Yeah.
Carmen, if you and I decided to go for lunch one day and you whipped the free guacamole out, I'd be like, right on. But if we were on a romantic date and I was trying to impress you and I pulled out a free guacamole gift certificate, you'd be like, this guy.
But again, most first dates aren't romantic. It's to get to know somebody. So that's why most people do coffee or ice cream or this or that. So if you're just going to grab lunch
You
at
want a
Tijuana
guy who's
Flat,
buying you lunch and you want to be like, oh my God, he bought me lunch and he was so nice. You don't want to be like, yeah, he pulled out a coupon and.
again, it's on his phone. You wouldn't be able to tell. I don't think it's a big deal.
What if I ask her to download the app so we can get free mozzarella?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to download that app and get some free mozzarella sticks.
I would do it, but I downloaded the app last time I was here. So if you could download
It's
it,
only for new customers.
I would totally do it.
When Amanda and I lived together before we were married, we were so poor that we would go to Cody's for 2-for-1 fajita night on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
And I think about it now, and it was one of the sweetest things. We were just poor, and we got to go and eat all the bread and the fajitas, and it was great. I am married to that woman now, and that's the only way that I would do that now. Whether go there, like I don't even know if I'd pull a coupon out in front of her.
37% of people said they'd be impressed if a date used reward points to pay for a date.
That's ridiculous.
reward points aren't bad.
Yes, they
70%.
are.
Listen, if you got comped something, that's different. But if you're like, I have points,
That means you go there too much.
yeah.
I don't even like to use my points when I go to Starbucks
You have
in
a
the
lot.
drive-thru.
But you're bougie.
I'm not bougie. I'm not. Listen, I like.
You are so bougie.
We like to talk about this on the air and make fun of me and all that stuff. But what is bougie about me? I mean, look at me. I mean, look at me. I'm wearing a shirt with no sleeves. I haven't shaved in a week. There's nothing bougie about me.
Just because you like being comfortable doesn't mean you're not bougie. By
okay,
the way
but
you
what-
talk about food in restaurants, in groceries, in
But
like,
that's not bougie.
life-
That's
He's not
just
smart with money.
I know what I like.
right, but that's bougie.
Yeah, not picking up your own dog poop is not is
Bougie.
bougie.
Yeah, you literally have a service come walk around your yard.
Not taking
And
out your trash cans is bougie.
bougie. There's a lot of things that you
it's
do.
the other word with
bougie.
the Z in it. Lazy. I know there's no Z in bougie, but you know what I'm saying.
You are bougie.
Lazy is two different things.
Your wardrobe does not contribute to your bouginess.
But neither does my car driving, my daily activities. I don't golf. I'm not like, I'll be on the golf course if you need me. I know nothing. I do nothing bougie.
I would agree that Tom dropping you off in a sprinter outside Hamilton Arena
Yes.
is not bougie.
I have come up with a way. Okay, I don't own a vehicle. I own the Sprinter, and I will never, ever, ever, ever get a DUI. I am 100% responsible by never having to get a DUI because I have Tom driving me around.
I think it's
that
great.
is not bougie.
I think it's great.
Thank you.
Bougie, a way of describing something or someone as fancy, luxurious, or high class.
I am not luxurious or luxurious, or am I fancy? What am I doing that's fancy? We ate at Chili's twice last week.
Listen to me. It is very luxurious to be driven around in a very a very nice vehicle and being pulled up as close as possible.
That's also lazy.
But
lazy.
But
not
it's
bougie.
luxurious.
But bougie is like bring me to the front. I'm not.
That's
hey,
what you do.
No. I go, hey, bring me to the front.
Oh, okay. So it's your inflection.
My inflection. Yeah.
By the way, bring me to the front. Take out my trash. Pick up my dog's poop. You know what I mean? Like
I don't order him to take out the trash.
100%. You ordered him to bring in the Venus flytrap. You added new duties. He now has to bring a plant. He has to carry a plant inside and outside. And it was outside, and you made him bring it back inside.
Well, we had a fly in here.
Yeah, no. But just so everybody knows the breakdown of it. You got that delivered, and now Joe's in charge of it because it needs sunlight. So he has to treat it like a baby bird and take it outside, get the sunlight.
Right.
And then it wasn't in here this morning, and there was a fly, and you go, Joe, go get the Venus flytrap. That's exactly how you said it.
He was standing. You were standing.
I was.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That is not bougie. If you
So
have
do we all agree Mike is bougie?
If you have a guy to retrieve your plants, does not make you bougie.
If Tom said, "Hey, I'm going to pick you up in my car and drop you off,"
He's offered that before.
Exactly.
The Sprinter had been in the shop before, and Tom's like, "I could take you in my truck."
and how'd that go?
Yeah.
He probably rented another Sprinter.
No. I did. I went to black.
Yeah. See? There you go.
Oh, that's so funny.
Bougie.
Now, listen. I get what you're saying. I feel like it's only bougie in some aspect of things, and this is one of them. If I although my wife is very, I'll use a coupon at any time. She'll use a coupon in a store. She'll use a coupon in a restaurant. She'll use points. She'll do that all the time.
How about this? I think this is a better description.
Yeah.
I think you're against the word bougie.
Yes, because I don't think it applies.
Your new money.
Oh no, that's even
Which
worse.
is bougie.
That's
Your
even
new
worse.
money because you have money, but you still obviously don't represent it by the way you dress or look. Dandruff in your beard.
I wish I had the money that Carmen thinks I have. I do.
know the kind of money you have.
You don't. You think for some reason that I have all this money and I don't.
Do you think I know?
But know what?
How a ballpark of what you make and what you have?
No, I think you've said it before, and you're not even.
That
in
was
the
years
ballpark.
ago. That was years ago.
What? What do you think?
I mean, I love this. What do I think? What, like your net worth is?
No, I don't know. What do you think you know? You said, do you think I know?
The salary.
Yes. Do I think you know my salary?
Back then.
No, but now.
Now I could ballpark it.
Back then, when you said you saw the salaries, and then you said you were wrong, and you weren't even close to mine. That's why the base. Yeah, that's why I was like, I didn't know where you were getting that information from because you weren't even close. Then I'm being honest. I'm not saying higher or lower either. I'm just saying you weren't close. Yeah. So like not even enough where you go, oh well, that might have been. It was not even close. Yeah. So that's why I'm curious to see where. I remember we were just talking about it recently. I was like, where did you see that? Because I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. That might have been. I might have been. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
And again,
I'd love to know what you think that I make now. All of you.
Let's write it down, folks. We don't have to say it on air. Put it in the group chat. Put it in the group chat.
we're doing like yearly, annual.
Yeah.
And we're doing base or we're doing with endorsements, with everything included, or what are we doing?
Everything included.
Everything included.
Yeah.
How much
I'm
you make
dying to see what Carmen
per year?
All right, Carmen goes first.
Stand by. Bougie has to come in. There you go. That's how bougie I am. Yeah, this is so funny because by the time this gets to social media, this is Mike bragging about how much money he makes.
Oh yeah, he never shuts up about his money.
I'm sitting here telling you that I'm dressed like a slob, I'm lazy, and I don't want to do anything. And
Just because you're lazy doesn't mean you're not bougie.
I know, but this is gonna. What I'm saying is, in social media, this is gonna be Mike. Spent the whole morning talking about how much money he has.
You're a bougie guy.
I bought this house I stole this house. It sat empty for like a year. I watched it, bought it, and made a lowball offer and got it. It's not my fault. This house came with 11 refrigerators. I didn't put them in. They just happened to be here when I got here.
When you sell this house, man, you're gonna cash in.
But
this
also,
house, yeah,
all the upgrades, everything.
Listen,
like
this house. The thing is, this house got the people that bought it. They moved the guy to a different company. He worked for a phone company. He worked for Verizon, and he got hired away by AT&T or whatever. And they bought it, and they were like, he was like, I just did all these upgrades to the house, and they said, we'll buy. A relocation company bought it, moved him, and then was going to sell the house, and then the market hit, and they couldn't the crash, and they couldn't sell the house. So I watched the price just come down. The neighbors are probably freaking out because when I bought this, I killed all their property value. But now it's worth 3 times what I bought it for.
Oh, probably, yeah.
And I've done the upgrade. So yeah, it's a very good investment. But that's not bougie. That's smart. The same way we bought our first house for $126,000 in Wesley Chapel, as opposed to spending $500,000 in an apartment in St. Petersburg.
So what about your condo on the beach in Clearwater that you guys don't go to or sometimes go to?
My investment property that I have rented out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an investment.
Right. But you also have money to buy a second property. There are a lot of people out there that don't even have enough money to buy one property.
Yeah, those people should work harder.
That's not the case.
Yeah. Hey, Chit Chat. Put in your number.
I was waiting for everybody else. Why do I gotta go first?
Because we said
You're the older person.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Carmen went.
that's a year. Interesting.
Yeah, and I think it's low. I went low because I don't want to go over. I want to win. But we have to know. We have to know.
This is not Price is Right.
Yeah, but we have to know. You have to tell us who's closest.
Okay.
Let's see. I think that's
ridiculous.
It's not. But you like.
It's already making me feel uncomfortable.
And again, the thing is, I think you're like so rich. If you were that rich, you'd retire. I don't think you're just like crazy, like Elon Musk risk. Elon Musk risk.
Whoa.
I know you're not. Listen,
That's
I can.
hard to say. Huh?
It is.
Oh.
Like, I know you're not buying a private jet, but you do fly first class and refuse to fly.
Yeah,
in
but I
coach.
fly maybe twice a year.
Right. I fly maybe once a year. I can't demand to fly first class or not to go at all.
Yeah, but also you're not fat.
But again, that has nothing to do with it.
I want to be comfortable.
But again,
If I was comfortable in coach, I'd fly in coach.
even if I was fat, I still couldn't fly first class because I can't afford it.
Skinny Bobby Kelly flies coach now.
But I'm just saying there is a difference of levels. I know you're not taking a private jet, but the fact that you only will fly first class, there is a difference in levels of income.
I do find private jets to be a waste of money.
I'm gonna go.
Anyone else gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
There? Let's go.
I'll go next, and I think that mine is. I'm gonna go on the lower end, but I think it's in between what I'm saying and what Carmen's saying. But I'm gonna go ahead with that.
Okay. Calvin's in.
Carmen's in.
This is a year. This is with your salary, endorsements, gigs.
I just went,
Okay.
which I had that typed in before I saw yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe, that's 2 contracts ago.
Yeah. Come on, guy.
Come on.
All right.
Mike.
Yeah.
Who's the closest?
Oh, I can't say who's the closest.
Yes, you can. That was the rule. That was the whole game. Who is the closest?
Oh yeah, come on.
I
You know.
do know.
So say it.
Which one? Just first off, which one of those are you offended by?
Joe's.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
what
you.
I thought. Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah. Let's go, guy.
I feel like it's between me and Carmen.
Probably, yeah.
It's in that range.
I do a lot of extracurricular work.
Who is the closest?
You are.
Thank you. Boom. How do I don't know you. I know you, bro.
Mm.
You don't know how much I make? Yes, I do. I can tell. Ugh. Just shut it. You're bougie and you're rich. And it's annoying when you sit here.
Know it.
Yeah. Oh, I wear shirts without sleeves, so I'm not rich. That means nothing. That means you just don't have style.
Larry
okay?
the Cable Guy is super rich.
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
That guy's rich.
Yeah.
You want to talk about rich? That's
Yeah.
rich guy.
I don't know what your point is, but it's not.
I've got 2 kids.
By the way, in this, it says 70% of the people say there is a clear difference between being frugal and being cheap, and cheap is not sexy. Being cheap is when someone avoids basic spending, like tipping, or scenarios when spending less affects others negatively.
Question. Carmen, this is I have to go back to you. No. This is about the coupons.
Okay.
I feel like if I'm going on a date with somebody, especially an early date, it doesn't necessarily have to be the first date. If I'm going on a date with a guy, I'm gay. No, if I'm going on a date with a guy and I'm a girl, and that guy pulls out the coupon, and I go, "What is that?" And he goes, "It's a coupon for 20% off." Part of me is like, "Oh, okay, he's using a coupon." Then the other part of me is like, "Is this the rest of my life, coupon guy?"
No, see, this is how, because I'll even go back when Chad first moved down here, he knew all of the specials at all the places. Like, he knew Tijuana's, like, Tuesday is Taco Tuesday, Wednesday is the burrito day, because he ate there a lot, but he just moved here.
Right.
So he didn't have a lot of money. He was trying to save up. He was still trying to find a place to rent and live and jobs and stuff.
I respect that. That's different.
So, right. So that's what I'm saying. So knowing that and knowing that he's financially conscious of how much he's going to spend when he goes out, that made me assume he was decent with money.
Okay, so
boy,
but let me
was
ask you
I wrong.
So let me ask you this: Chad takes you out on a first date, and he's using a coupon, and you guys go for 2-for-1 fajitas, and then the next night, a guy picks you up in a Mercedes and takes you out to Fleming's, and you guys go out and have steaks and champagne. Which guy are you more likely to go out with again?
Who did I have a better connection with?
Well, you connected with both of them. They were both pretty cool in their different ways. I mean,
no, but again, it comes down to the connection. I'm saying,
all right, so like, Friday night's coming around. They both call you and go, "Hey, Carmen, you want to go out on Friday?" And you're like, "Who do I go out with? 2-for-1 fajita tonight, or a guy who took me to Fleming's?"
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? You know what's going to happen. You're not going to go out with. You like them both. They both were nice, but the one guy's got a nice car and he's taking you to a fancy restaurant.
Yeah, but again, but it's not going to be the same. I've dated multiple people in the dating game, and there's but there's always one that edges out the other. There's always one that has a
bigger winner than the other one.
No, there's always one that is, your first batter, and then you have your lineup. There's the second batter. So again, even if the guy's taking me to Chili's versus Fleming's, if I have a better connection and I like him more, I'm going to
let him in the dugout.
I'm going to pick him over the other guy.
She might let him in the bullpen. Yeah.
But again, that's me. Like I'm not bougie. I don't chase money. I'm not a cliche chaser.
It's not about chasing the money. It's not about if I go out to dinner with this guy, I'm going to have a nice house one day. It's that I'd much rather be sitting in Fleming's listening to nice music and eating a nice meal than sitting in Chili's.
Right, because you're bougie. I'd rather sit with the person that I get along with and I have a better connection with.
Some chicks are just chasing money, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm saying, if it's Chad versus the other, I'm going with Chad. If Chad took me to McDonald's and the other guy took me to Fleming's, but I get along with Chad better, guess what? I guess next time we're going to Burger King. I don't know. To me, that doesn't matter.
I like it.
I think that's bougie.
You think?
I'm not going to McDonald's. I'll tell you, I don't care how hot she is. If she's like, just take me to get a Big Mac, I'm like, no.
Because my thing is, it's really, especially in this day and age, I've seen and heard horror stories from the dating scene, and the amount of effort is not there. Guys do not put in effort. They will literally match with you on the app and then just be like, "Hey, can I come over? I want to do this to you," and they just think that's it. You know what I mean? There's no "Hey, let's get to know each other. Let's go on a date. Let's go grab coffee." And one girl was offended that a guy wanted to take her to go get coffee and ice cream instead of taking her to sit down at a restaurant. And it was their first date. And to me, I'm like, you're too bougie.
There's also crazy where the girl thinks that the guy should be paying for her friends as well.
Yeah.
But then there's also, you have to blame women also, because there's plenty of women who are like, yeah, come over and get in the dugout.
Right, but then there's also some girls who are like, I'm only gonna date a guy that can afford Ocean Prime. Okay, well then you're gonna be waiting, or you're gonna be dating a married man.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean. There's a different level, so it's all about what you're looking for in your partner. I'm looking for someone that I love and I'm going to have a long relationship with. not someone that can offer me
And the
expensive
weird
dinners.
thing is, Carmen, you're probably in the minority.
Right.
Because there's a lot of women that aren't necessarily
She's
looking for
definitely into
I-
minorities.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I'm related to one. I know.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, listen, that's her mindset. And so when she talks to me about these guys, I'm just like, ugh, okay, like if that's how you feel, but I rather go with someone that I'm gonna have a better time with.
By the way, she's dead to me.
Oh, what happened?
Oh.
Holly?
I mean,
She stood us up.
did I not tell you exactly what was gonna happen?
100% Carmen. Carmen was Holly was like hitting us up all day. I can't wait for tonight. It's going to be fun, whatever. And Carmen's like, it's not happening yet. I go, Carmen, she's in.
Too much
And
time.
Sure enough,
Yeah,
boom, she bailed.
You gave her too much time. You literally have to text her like a half hour before.
She found a more bougier party.
Yeah, she found a better party. She found a better option.
I don't know. This was a pretty good option.
In your mind, but again, someone was probably offering to take her to a girl found a guy that didn't have another guy, so he was going to pay for her dinner and she could sit by a bar and she could meet another rich man.
Yeah, well, she could have done that with us. Neither one of us thought we were getting in her pants. It was just good to have her around.
But you guys were going to be sitting at a table and you know what I mean? Listen,
Yeah.
I know how she thinks, and that's the whole thing. It's all about the perception and the setup and where are we going to be. Oh, you want to go to a steakhouse? Well, what if I go to this seafood place? Because it's newer and it's more expensive. So that means the people there have more money and
You got to be seen.
yeah.
By the way, Carmen, you sound so hot when you do
Nicely done.
Oh, it hurts me to do it.
you were doing it. All I can think of is Holly. I was like, oh, it's so hot.
By the way, Ian Beckles chimed in on the salary thing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. He hit me up with my salary from 10 years ago.
No.
So that
Yeah.
hurts. That hurts.
Yeah.
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 That really-
Who knows your body the best?
Mike Calta Show, good morning. Hello.
It's up.
I hear you. Mike Calta Show, hello. All right. I don't even know why I bother. Sorry, Carmen, for even trying.
That's unbelievable. You make that much money and we can't get
Yeah.
phones to work.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy. Some sad news for everybody. Cheers star George Wendt, a.k.a. Norm, died yesterday at the age of 76. He was only 76. He looked
Yeah, but
pretty
all he
rough.
did was sit there and drink beer his whole life.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they said, there's not a lot of fat 80-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, no word on the cause of death. George, of course, played Norm on Cheers for the show's entire run from 82 all the way to 93. I'm sure you probably already know this. His uncle, he was an uncle too.
Yeah. Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah. Jason
I think I did
Sudeikis.
know that,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was his uncle.
His mom is their sister.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have tried to keep up with as fast as I can posting pictures of me and dead celebrities.
Right.
Mostly because of that crappy Radio Jock Instagram account. They make fun of people that do that, so I try to get everyone. I'm so mad because I have a Sabu picture and I couldn't find it anywhere. And when George Wendt died, I'm like, I know I have a George Wendt picture. I spent hours looking for that picture just so that I could tag them in the picture.
Which, by the way, he posted and said, "You're the only one that gets a pass." because you do it as a joke.
George Wendt was super nice, and I met him at the DeBartolo Gala one year, and he was just sitting there, and I went, I want to go and take a picture with him, but I don't want to bother him, and they go, no, that's what he's here. Everybody's there. And I'm like, all right, you can't pass that up.
Oh, no.
And he was super nice. I went over there and introduced myself, and he was nice.
Two things. Norm, obviously, his greatest movie role.
I don't know.
You do. And
I know what he's been in, but I don't know what necessarily was great. I mean, he was Fat Sam and Fletch. Yeah.
Fat Sam and Fletch. He was great. I loved it.
He was Fat Sam and Fletch. He was in Gung Ho. The
Michael Keaton
movie with the auto industry.
He was in some murder mystery thriller. I forget what the name of it was, but he was in that as well. But also, shame on you. You killed George Wendt.
I know.
100%.
I know.
You said we were talking about something, and you go, yeah, it was the Airbnb thing, whatever, and you could pay for celebrities, and it was like Patrick Mahomes. You get to, do barbecue with him or something like that. And you said to sit down and have a beer with George Wendt, which in my mind I went, what an odd choice. I mean, it's great.
Out of any celebrity.
Out of everybody.
Yeah, to pick George Wendt, and you picked George Wendt. We had talked about George Wendt for years. Yeah. You said it. Dies the next week.
Something else happened yesterday too. The road trip.
Yeah, Road Trip.
Road Trip. I mentioned Road Trip on the show yesterday. I said that was one of my better teen movies that I enjoyed. And then Breckenmeyer put out a thing that it was like the
25 years ago. We drove to Austin, Massachusetts. Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, it was May 19th, 2000 is when that movie came out.
I love Tom Green in that movie. Now you kiss her.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning. I just wanted to say I love y'all guys' morning show. Carmen, you're the best.
Thank you.
How many TVs you got, Mike?
TVs?
Yeah, how many TVs you bougie?
Yeah, but the problem is there's first of all there's 4 people in the house, and then I have a media room in here with us that has 3 TVs in it alone. No, 4 because there's one out there for Bone TV. So stop it.
Just to put it to you this way, every week when I leave, I take a TV and he hasn't even noticed.
I just hung the TV you gave me last week. It was nice. Thank you.
I think I have another one if you need it. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Let's guess your weight instead of how much you make. I say 365.
You're a little high, sir. A little high, not too high. Well, why do you hang up? Maybe you want to know the answer. Right. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
I'm holding for Life Lessons with Carmen.
Oh, gosh. Wait. Okay.
Right. Carmen knows people.
I'm sure a guy online.
That's what you should be doing, Carmen. Screw yoga. You should be out there telling people what their life story is. By the way, we have a new nickname for Mike, Mikey TVs. Sarah Silverman had a brother named Jeffrey who died before she was born, and she just revealed that he died because her grandfather shook him in a rage.
Oh, no.
She just found this out like 3 years ago from her father that she had a brother that her grandfather shook.
No, but did anything happen to the grandfather? I know. I read this story and I didn't understand how she didn't know about this all this time.
Maybe it was an accident.
Listen, they have articles all the time on BuzzFeed about family secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Those get juicy, man.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. I would never shake a baby, but I get it. Having had 2 babies, I get it where people shake the baby.
I totally agree.
It is. Sometimes those babies just get to a crying situation where you're like, why? Why just fed you? I just changed you. And it's just that screaming cry. And you just want to shake the hell out of that baby just because, like, what can I do? But I've never shaken the baby, but I get it.
If you're a parent, though, and you get to that point where you want to shake that baby, call me. I'll shake that baby. I'll shake that baby.
I remember vividly being in the Publix parking lot when Joey was an infant, and Amanda went inside the Publix, and Joey would not stop crying, and I was holding him and shaking him, like slowly trying to rock him, and he was screaming as if he was getting tortured. And I thought, what can I do? And it was awful. And I wish that on my nephew Tommy, who just had a baby.
He's still on the outs.
I'm more angry now than I was before.
You didn't take him up on the FaceTime?
He offered to FaceTime the baby again at 10:30 at night last night while I was sleeping. I was dead asleep. My phone went off, and he was like, "Do you guys want to FaceTime the baby?" And I'm like, I get up at 4:00 in the morning. It's 10:30.
You're on baby time.
I'm not on baby time.
Yeah.
I wasn't even allowed to see the baby or take pictures of him or kiss his head.
But
By the way,
they are on baby time.
You should have FaceTimed the baby this morning at 5:00 and just went,
How's that feel?
Yeah.
How's that feel, baby?
Yeah.
Here, I bet everyone this will make you feel better.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farrah & Farrah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarrahandFarrah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is...
Don't get confused by this one. This hour's keyword is stash.
Stash.
Yeah, not your nickname. Stash. STASH. Head over to the 102.5 The Bone app now and enter stash before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 Bone Bonus could be yours.
All right, we'll give you an opportunity to do that. We'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back and finish news. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. All right, Calvin, back to news.
Back to news. This is pretty funny because I am watching a show. I forget what it's called, but it's with Seth Rogen and Ike Barinholtz, and it's like they run a studio, a movie studio and stuff.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
It's actually pretty decent. Yeah, I think it's on Apple TV. But I got to be honest with you. In the last couple years, I really kind of don't like Seth Rogen anymore.
Yeah.
But I can separate him from the thing. But it's a pretty decent show. but in that they're making a Kool-Aid movie. Hey, Kool-Aid, you know, because it's like you make a movie out of anything.
Right.
This is real life. Mattel is turning the game Whack-A-Mole into a movie.
In what capacity?
But I think after Barbie, I think everyone's like, we can make movies.
But that's like iconic Barbie.
You know what's so funny though? Well, I mean, everybody knows Whack-A-Mole.
Whack-A-Mole, yeah.
Yeah, but what's so funny is I was watching the show and they said the Kool-Aid movie, and I'm like, how dumb is that? And then they had an actual director, I forget who it was, but he gave them a pitch, and it was a great pitch for I would watch the Kool-Aid movie. Kool-Aid Man is getting older and he can't bust through walls anymore and do the stuff. Yeah. So, but he also has friends like Chef Boyardee and Hamburger Helper, and he's friends with all these different things. And then his daughter, you meet all the other Kool-Aid family. So he's red and there's blue and yellow and this and that. And his daughter wants to take over, but he doesn't think she's strong enough. And it was a whole thing.
Okay, I'm in now.
I was like, that
movie.
seems like a good movie.
It's a good pitch.
That sounds like Frosted, the Pop-Tart movie that they made. Yeah.
Which I did not like that movie.
You didn't like it? I thought it was very creative.
Yeah, I did not like it.
And I liked all the different logo characters and all that stuff. Yeah, I thought that was cute.
Well, didn't they like the Minecraft movie just made like $100 million or something with Jack Black?
But that was Jack Black and Jason Momoa, and it's a very popular game right now.
We watched that over the weekend, and only Jack Black could make that movie work.
Sure, but also it's a very popular game right now. So
but you're also going to get nostalgia people for Whack-A-Mole and stuff. I mean,
Whack-A-Mole is not even a video game, is it? It's a real game where you hit the things that they pop up.
Yeah.
So how is that? I mean, like
I have no idea, and it may be a huge failure, but it also may be huge. It's funny because David Spade talks about Tommy Boy, and they wanted to make another Tommy Boy after Chris Farley died, and he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. It seems like a money grab. He goes, but also the funny thing about Tommy Boy is he goes, if we pitch that movie about guys selling brake pads in Ohio, he goes, that's such a dumb pitch for a movie, but it's a great, hilarious movie.
But
so you never really know.
With Whack-A-Mole, I bet it will be like after hours, and they leave the machine, or it's once the machines get retired, then the moles are like stuck in a warehouse.
Like nothing to do.
And then they escape. You know what I mean?
There you go. Carmen's right in it.
I know. Yeah, listen, I'm just saying it seems like there's a lot of other games that you could have picked.
So no word on the plot yet. Maybe they go with Carmen's. Mattel says it's excited to, quote, turn the iconic experience of Whack-A-Mole into a wild, action-packed ride for the big screen. So
great.
See what happens.
All right.
And then finally in news, summer is just right around the corner. And if you're making a checklist, the average American says summer isn't complete without 4 cookouts.
Okay.
Not necessarily you having them all. You can go to other cookouts and stuff. Has anybody been to 4 cookouts in the summer?
No.
Ever?
2.
Yeah. 3 getaways.
Okay.
2 concerts. And 2 festivals.
That's a packed summer.
That's a lot of stuff going on in the
festival.
summer.
I'm not going to 2 festivals.
I will say, when I was a kid growing up in Michigan, we did a cookout every other day.
And especially, you lived more like on a farm, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, like in my neighborhood, everybody always had cookies, so you just walk down and you'd be like, hey, the Youngs are having a cookout, and you go down and get
then there was always some type of jazz festival or art festival going on in Ann Arbor that our dad would take us to. Like we would that almost sounds like my summers growing up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Here are some other stats from a new survey. On average, the perfect cookout has 11 guests with everybody contributing something. So you bring something, or you'll help out or do whatever.
All right.
We plan to attend 5 barbecues this summer and host 4.
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know who's doing all this
stuff.
stuff.
Want everybody over here.
Yeah.
Most popular grilling staples from the most to least common are, Gio, you want to take a guess?
I don't know why I would know that.
I'll take hot dogs.
Burgers number 1, hot dogs number 2, followed by chicken, steak, ribs, bratwurst, so good, kebabs, pork chops, and fish.
Ooh.
I don't know about fish. We'll save fish to the end.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to fish up all the...
Sometimes do like a little fish fry outside.
But if you go fishing and you catch them.
Yeah, no, I'm saying if you're cooking it and stuff, don't be making burgers and fish on the same grill.
Oh, no.
Then you got problems. Older folks say their favorite barbecue side dish is potato salad. Younger generation prefer mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Everybody tries to church it up and put all kind of, I got Gouda and this and that and everything. Most popular beverage is soda and soft drinks. Iced tea and water are next, followed by lemonade, beer, fruit punch, fruit juice, wine, and wine cocktails. My son came home with sake last night.
Sake?
Yeah, he was somewhere and he goes, I got a bottle of sake. I go, you have any idea what sake is? And he goes, it's like a wine. I go, yeah, it's rice wine. And I go, but it was, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I like sake.
Do you drink it warm or cold?
I'll do both, but I prefer it hot. I like
hot.
Yeah, I like the hot sake.
That's how I liked it too. And then we went to Nobu in the Bahamas one time.
Yeah.
And I ordered.
All right.
I ordered the hot sake, and the guy got mad at me. He goes, "You have to have it cold." And I go, "I thought it hot. I like it hot." He goes, "Try it cold." And he goes, "If you don't like it, I'll buy it for you." I was like, "All right." So I drank it cold and was like, "Yeah, it was good. Now bring me a hot one."
I think it depends on the sake though too.
Yeah.
Some of it's supposed to be served.
It's the same with wine. Yeah. Some's warm, some cold, chilled, whatever. As for activities at a cookout, people rank their favorites.
Cornhole.
Jarts.
Surprisingly, cornhole number 2. Number 1, surprising for a cookout to me, at least. It seems
Volleyball?
weird. No.
Tetherball.
No.
Horseshoes.
You got horseshoes on there. You got badminton. You got beer pong, football, frisbee, swimming. Cornhole number 2. Number 1, they say, for cookout activity. Carmen, what do you got?
The spike ball.
No.
Frisbee.
Oh.
No. I already said frisbee.
Frisbee. I don't know.
Playing cards.
Oh, yeah.
I guess later on, after you can play cards and do the thing. But you think cookout, you think summer sun, you think you're going to be out there in the pool, or you're going to be playing volleyball or doing.
We do
something.
like to play cards in this family.
I love cards.
Yeah.
Do you know a lot of card games?
No, we play rummy, and that started with my grandparents, and as they die, the tradition keeps going on.
That is one thing I will tell you. My dad knew a ton of different card games. We played midnight baseball. We'd play spoons. We'd play all kind of different. We'd play Mark. You ever play Mark?
No.
Where you have the cork and you get it lighted on fire. So it's all charcoaled up, whatever. And then whenever you lose the hand, the other person gets to draw on your face. And then at the end of the thing, you just have your whole face.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, it was a blast as a kid. Yeah.
We should do that on YouTube.
We played hand and foot with my grandma and grandpa. That they learned it down here.
What's hand and foot?
So you play with like the amount of decks of people that you're playing with, and then you have to get a match. And then once you get a match in your hand, that's the upper deck. Then you put it in your foot, and then once you get all your feet, you're out, and you get points for. It's really hard to explain.
Yeah.
It's an old person's game, but I just know my grandma loves playing it. Every time like I see them, we play it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hand and foot. Okay.
Hand and foot.
Yeah.
I play strip poker with my grandparents.
Wait a minute.
No, we play rummy. That was all we played, and we all learned how to play it. And I don't know, it's pretty fun. And before you know it, it's 3:00 in the morning, and we're like, let's just do one more.
It used to be a blast too, is playing drinking games.
Yeah.
Sink the Bismarck, quarters, all those different things. That
Nobody in
was
my
fun.
family really drinks.
Yeah.
Like I got
no, like when you were younger. and
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm just saying, like now, even for cookouts, like nobody's really like. You said beer, and we always have all the beer and all the stuff. I got the Bud Light on tap, but nobody ever really drinks.
I was watching something last night, and they were doing shots, and I said to my wife, I go, I have zero interest in doing shots. Like occasionally, if we're
How
somewhere,
about at the Summer Bash?
I'll have like a beer or two or do whatever, but like doing shots to me now, I go, just that warm. I'm like, I don't want to.
Will
do
you
that.
commit to being drunk at the Summer Bash? The summer beach party.
I'll do some stuff.
Okay.
We will be doing shots at yoga.
Oh, sounds like somebody's embracing yoga.
Sounds very bougie to me.
By the way, Carmen, I have a coupon for yoga, so 50% off your clothes.
Yeah, wait.
That is it for news.
All right, Galvin, thank you. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hi.
Hey, you've checked your bucket list off when you're live with the Calta Show. It's a big deal. Hey, Monica, how are you guys doing?
What is going on?
I'm not sure if
You guys
there's...
doing?
All right.
I think he just wants to hear himself on the radio.
I say we just rip the phone lines out.
Maybe this one's going to be good. I feel like it. Mike Calta Show, though.
Now Carmen's spreading foot and mouth disease.
Boy, was I wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I've been telling you for years. Like it doesn't
One day
get
I'm
better.
gonna just get a bunch of good phone calls in a row, and you guys are gonna be like, "Man, you were right about the phone calls."
I'll tell you what. You call me up that day because that's gonna be. I'm gonna be on my deathbed when that happens.
Some guy, I'm not gonna out him. I don't want to say his name, but some guy made a comment the other day on my Instagram post. Like I posted something not funny, just like a hey, let's just say it was the beach bash. The beach bash is coming up. We'll have the announcement tomorrow. And then somebody wrote like, oh, what is the announcement that Carmen and Chad are going to get married and adopt a baby? And I thought, you should run yourself through a checklist before you hit send. Like you should go, is this funny? Will anybody else think it's funny? Is it necessary that I post this?
The wild thing about that too is you're writing that out. Like if you say it in casual conversation, you can be like, "Oh, that was dumb."
Right? We do 4 hours of streaming talk on this show. We say things that if I listen to it back later, I go, "Why did I say that?" But I'm just stream of consciousness. I'm just talking on the go. But if I had to write it out and look at it, I'd go, "Oh, don't say that."
How many times? Because I can tell you, I've done this on multiple occasions. Have you been talking to someone, or even in the group chat or whatever, where you wrote something and then erased it?
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
many
done that.
times.
Yeah.
Well, you should, Joe.
No, I know.
I've done it. And I'm like, nah, not up to par. Also,
Too wordy, or it doesn't come across.
Right.
You always say across.
Oh my God. Okay.
Well, I think it's
yeah,
interesting.
because you are perfect.
I didn't
never
say-
missay anything. You
Missay? You missay?
yeah. See, I'm gonna talk forward.
Mike Calta Show, hello.
To top to perfect.
Hello?
Good job, Carmen. Good job. Yes, sir.
Am I on?
You are.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, you guys are playing in the background, so it's kind of hard to tell if I was on or not. I apologize for that.
Okay, what's up?
I'm just going back a little bit. Mike, I'm kind of curious, man, if I could have a ballpark number of what the range was when you were talking about your salary earlier.
No, you cannot. I'm sorry. What do you think it is in your head?
Honestly, it's just purely out of curiosity. I was just wondering what, like...
I'm just curious to see what you think it is.
I want to say maybe 500,000. I really don't know, so...
Yeah, you don't.
I want to say 500.
Yeah, okay. I appreciate that, sir, but no, I cannot give you a ballpark. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
You could buy a ballpark.
Good morning. The movie that Gavin was talking about is called it's called actually The Studio, and it has Marty Scorsese.
Yeah,
That's
The Studio. So it's a series, though. It's a series. It's on Apple. Yeah, have you been watching it?
It's pretty good, really good. I'm in the second. Really good, really surprising.
All right, good. I'll check it out.
The name.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, Ike Barinholtz is in there. I think he's one of the funniest guys, man.
I don't want to ruin anything, but it was 2 good phone calls in a row. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Were they?
Was it? Yeah.
They were successful. I said hello. They talked.
It's hard to hear you in the background listening to myself. Yeah, you're right. That was perfect.
All right.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. All right. I ruined it. You ruined it. Whoever you are, you ruined it. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, it's Uncle Joe. You guys said you were going to start playing the name game a while ago. You guys remember that?
Oh, yeah. You remember the name game?
Yeah, you want to try it?
Oh, man.
All right, you want to try it?
We can if you want to.
All right, you ready?
You starting?
Yes.
All right.
Wilford Brimley.
George Thorogood.
Theodore Cockknocker.
Randolph Mantooth.
Heimlich maneuver.
Cher. Gotcha. By the way, did you say a Heimlich maneuver? That's not a name.
I couldn't.
I mean, Heimlich's the last name.
First name that came to my head. All right, let's try again.
Hello, Mr. Maneuver.
Okay, you want to start?
Sure. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Roberto Duran.
Bill Belichick.
Jensen Pulver.
Marty McFly.
Anton LaVey.
Farrah Fawcett.
Anson Williams.
Brian.
It's the dumbest thing ever. Why is that funny?
I don't know.
Just saying
so
names.
stupid, yeah.
Oh my God.
Good.
This is good. Thank you, Awkward Joe. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. What's up?
Just you were talking about how you never get good phone calls, so I just want to call and say that I finally got to see Pitbull Toddler at Big Top, and it was an awesome show. And I got to meet Pap at the end of the night, but I didn't get to bother you because you looked super tired, so I left you alone. But I ended up being.
That's just his face.
Yeah, no, I was super tired that night, but I'm happy to meet everybody. But thank you for coming out. What a great venue that was, and we're back there in October and looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked to see that, actually. I'll definitely be out there. I ended up meeting a couple people that were in your VIP and hanging out with them for the rest of the night. So.
Good. That's great. Well, good. We'll see you out there in October, sir. Thank you. I do want to let everybody know we got a couple of gigs coming up. Pitbull Toddler is going to be at the Escape Collective in Trinity. That's going to be happening on the 20th of June, which is next month. And then on July 4th, we're at the Beach Club in Sarasota. So
yeah, which has been a little while since we've been down there, and that's a fun place.
I know.
On the 4th of July?
On the 4th of July.
Oh, what day is 4th of July this year?
Friday.
Ah.
It is? Right. Oh, Gio, you coming down? Yeah. Friday, 4th of July.
Where are we at again?
Siesta Beach Club.
Siesta Key, the Beach Club. It's a fun place.
It is nice down there.
It is nice.
All right.
There's a Sprinter going that way.
There is. And coming home that night.
I'm in.
All right. You can ride with us if you want.
Perfect.
Cool. It's the Bougie Express.
Yeah.
I feel like this is all going to come back negatively on me.
What is? That you're bougie?
Yeah. Like, I don't feel like I am bougie. I don't feel like I'm rich.
That's what bougie people say.
Yeah. You know what's more annoying are bougie people saying they're not bougie or rich people saying they're not rich. Just own it. No one's saying you don't.
People.
No one's saying you don't deserve it.
I'm friends with people who are rich. I got a friend that's got like 4 Ferraris.
Yeah.
That's a different level of rich.
I pulled up to this guy's house one time. It was a guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but a guy I know that our kids played hockey together. And when I pulled up, he had his garage halfway open. And there were 3 Ferraris in there. And I go, oh, good. He goes, what? I go, I told my son, you can't be friends with anybody unless their parents own at least 3 Ferraris. And he looked down the garage. The other door was closed. It was 4. I go, my bad.
You know what's so weird is we're obviously Christy Brinkley going to be on the show. And we were talking about Christy Brinkley and vacation in the Ferrari and everything. Yesterday, driving home, blonde lady driving a Ferrari.
Really?
Yeah.
I was
like, oh, that's
nothing
so wild.
hotter than a chick in a Ferrari.
We speak things into existence.
I think so.
Literally.
I think so. I wound up kissing a sandwich.
I watched that scene yesterday. It's so good. So great.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, Calvin has a brand new open letter. We will do that next. If you want to see a good classic open letter, it is one of my all-time favorites. Galvin's open letter to girls who think they're models. It is on our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. If you want to go check it out in the reels, it's one of the funniest. The production quality is not great. It was done back in the day for one of our live gigs, and it was before everybody had cap cut and all that stuff. But it's up there, and it's visual, and it's funny. At the Mike Calta Show on Instagram. New open letter is next on 102.5 The Bone.
The very first real drum set I got. So I had drum sets that I like pieced together, and it was like, this crappy set with this crappy set, whatever. But I got a Yamaha tour kit that I saved up, bought it, really nice. And I'm putting it together and doing the stuff, and they have all the things that lock in, and I'm setting up the toms. And I do it, and I don't tighten it enough, and I let it go, and it fell right into the bass drum and made a big dent in it. So I was like, no!
Hadn't even played it yet.
Just setting it up, and I just had a big ding right in there. I was like, oh!
And then you sit there and you just stare at it while you're playing. It sticks out.
Made me so mad.
Oof.
Why won't anybody get Mint Mobile if it works and it's only $15 a month?
Probably because of name brand recognition. Like, people want Apple. Like, they literally have the phone cases that have the opening so you can see that it's an Apple. The only reason I have a iPhone is because everybody else has an iPhone, and I don't want to be the green one in the group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But by all everybody that says, all the tech people say Android's better.
Right.
I just saw a commercial and it showed Mint Mobile, and I thought, this guy's offering you a phone that does everything that the other phones do for $15 a month, and everybody's like,
and you absolutely should. You should, because if you can't afford it, get that, whatever. But also, like the other ones that they have, the Walmart, whatever brand that is, all of these use the same towers that all the other ones do.
They tell you that in all the commercials.
Yeah, it's the same
but
towers.
But yet we refuse to acknowledge that.
Your Cricket Wireless.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't you have Mint Mobile?
I did.
Yeah, and how was it?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I didn't have any problems with it.
Am I still paying for your phone?
Yeah, I think so, Michael.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Sure.
Haven't paid a phone bill in 10 years, but yeah.
It's good. I haven't thrown the garbage in 10 years, so we got a good thing going, Joe.
Yeah, thank you.
I like the way you operate.
I appreciate
No
that.
problem. Ladies and gentlemen, it is significantly late, but time to check in with Galvin. He's got a brand new open letter.
And now, an open letter from Galvin.
This is an open letter to backhanded compliments. Dear backhanded compliments, seriously, I love when people try to give me a backhanded compliment because I 100% call them out on it. We talk about this one all the time. Your wife's beautiful. You really outkicked your coverage. All you're doing is calling me ugly, and that ain't cool. If you're a guy and you say this to me, I usually say, your wife looks exactly like I thought she would. And if you're a woman and you say this to me, I'll give you a backhanded compliment right back. Something like, you don't sweat much for a fat girl. That usually does the trick. Also, I love people that talk down to you when they, and you call them on it and they try and tell you, oh, no, that's not how I meant it. But it's always how they meant it. Oh, hey, Galvin, good to see you. Are you still doing that little radio show? Am I still working 4 hours a day, making really good money and number one? Yes, I'm still doing that. Listen, there are some compliments that sound backhanded, but they're not. You look great. Did you lose weight? Are you getting offended by that? We both know you're a fat tub of goo. So are you getting mad that someone noticed the hard work that you put in to lose that weight? You shouldn't get mad at that. You clean up nice. You're not as dumb as you look. You look great for your age. You're hard to underestimate. You're pretty when you're quiet. These are all perfect examples of things you probably shouldn't say to people. Men giving other men backhanded compliments, women on women, men on women. But as far as backhanded compliments go, women may be able to win this game forever with guys. You can destroy any guy with these 10 words. Just say, I actually don't like guys that have a big wiener. But if the guy's quick enough, then he can come back with, well, you're in luck. I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show, and this has been an open letter to backhanded compliments.
Tom Arnold said on the show one time, he said, Roseanne said that you have a small wiener. And he said, even a 747 looks small when it lands in the Grand Canyon. Anyway, a couple of things to address there, Galvin. I've been going through this my whole married life. The ones that I find most offensive are the people who say, I posted a picture of my wife and I for Mother's Day. I accidentally put it on our show account, but I figured it wouldn't be that big of a deal because it is Mother's Day. And I was saying Happy Mother's Day to everybody. And some guy wrote something to the effect of, that's what it's like to have money or something like that. Or that's what you get when you have money. And I thought, that is the ultimate insult. Not to me, but to my wife. You're basically calling her a hooker.
Yeah.
You're saying the only way that I could get her would be to pay her.
Yeah.
Of which I'm not doing and had zero money when we got married. So I don't understand. I mean, I was just talking about how we used to live in an apartment together and go for 2-for-1 fajitas. I had nothing. She had the nicer car when we got married, so I had nothing to offer her financially whatsoever. So you can assume that because I'm uglier than her, because I'm fatter than her. Like, is that there? Because we're only 6 years apart, which in a marriage is really not that big of a deal.
But also, guys saying that kind of stuff. Oh, I don't do it for you. I'm not hot enough for you, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That always blows me away.
It's funny because I have a hard time being equally mean to people. When somebody says that to me, oh yeah, your wife is you married outside of your coverage, and I look at their profile and their wife has a bad teeth and a porky nose, and I'm like, well, your wife's disgusting, but I would never say that to you. Like, I would never be the one to insult your wife.
By the way, I never go equal. I go far past.
Yeah.
I had a lady, I put up the thing that Christy Brinkley was going to be on the show today, and a lady messaged me, and she just wrote, why? And I wrote back, because she's not you.
No.
But I mean, like, if you're gonna do, like, why? Because it's Christy Brinkley,
one of the most famous models of all time.
Iconic, yeah.
Who's had 4 marriages, 2 were disastrous, and it's so interesting that she wrote a book and is doing press for it on every media outlet. That's why.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a chance when she asked why, as in like what is she promoting?
Oh, I hope.
Like the answer could have been, "Oh yeah, she's gonna come on and talk about her new book."
Then the answer to that is Google.
Yeah.
The answer to that is Google.
Like, oh, why is she coming on? She's promoting her new book.
I hope not.
You're a real jerk, Calvin.
Calvin, your open letter couldn't be better because the thing I wanted to talk about next is a supposed engagement between Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson. 24 years old, and he's 73. And she is telling everybody that they're engaged. Do you blame Bill Belichick? Do you think this is good? Do you think this is bad?
No, I think he's smart, and I think if he keeps all his affairs where he knows, okay, there's no way she's getting my money, prenup, any of that stuff, or whatever he's doing, what's the downside for him? Gets to bang a hot 25-year-old or whatever she is, 24? Yeah.
I remember when Anna Nicole Smith was married to that 92-year-old billionaire. He was gross. He looked like the old man from Poltergeist. He had decrepit
he was like
hands.
Decomposing, yeah.
Yeah. And she married him. And everybody was like, that's terrible. The family was mad. Everybody was mad because now she got the fortune.
I get the family being mad.
But also,
Sure.
but she took care of him. Like
even if she didn't, she provided him with those big giant boobs. All he wanted to do is rest his old head on those boobs and be happy for the last couple of years of his life. He spent his entire 90-something years of life making himself a billionaire. Let him rest his head on those two soft boobies for the rest of his months.
When you die, can't take the money with you. So who
Can't
cares?
take the money with you. You've given enough to your kids. All you want to do is bury your face in some titties. Does that make you a bad guy? You're like, this is all I want. I want to die this way. That's how I want to die, doing the motorboat. Does that make me a bad guy?
And if you really love your father, you go, I just want him to be happy. If that makes him happy, that makes him happy. I mean, I get it if you're like, well, you want some of the billions, but if he gave him, I don't know.
Look at Dad. He's smiling today.
Yeah.
Well, Bill Belichick's not yet smiled, though. That's the one thing. Jordan Hudson is a strong 9 on a scale of 1 to 10. Personality-wise, I don't know her at all. She seemed real annoying in that interview that they did.
Yeah.
But also, I think he's smart enough to make the decision of whether or not he's happy. She's not the only 24-year-old he can get. He can go hang around a college campus, which he's about to go do, and find other girls in the school that'll be interested in him.
It is weird that he's now coaching at college and she's like college age, basically.
But that's, I mean,
not weird, but like it's not like he's not the NFL anymore. But I guess they're all 24. So
I joke around. And I always talk about wanting to date and wanting my wife to be in a accidental disaster. But the truth is that my wife is easily my best friend. Like I have fun doing things with her. I have fun sitting there and doing nothing with her. I complain to her. I have, you know what I mean? Like I do. She is my go-to for everything that I do. And I want her to be happy, and I want her to feel the same way, which I think she does, which is why we get along so well. I don't know that I could find that in a 24-year-old. I don't think that I could have that conversation. Like I have a hard time sometimes talking to my kids because they don't know what I'm talking about. They don't like the same music I like. I don't know what they're telling me about rap stars and Morgan Wallen and things I don't care about. It's hard to relate to somebody who's significantly younger than you on all those levels.
Remember when he was at the Patriots, I'd ask him about like social media and he's like, I'm not on FaceSpace.
Yeah. Because he dedicated his life to football.
Right.
And now that he's got a little bit of time to have some breathing room, he's like, let me breathe into the breasts of these 24-year-olds. I got to tell you, I'm not mad at him at all.
No.
I'm happy for him. And I also don't care if she's after him for his money.
Yeah.
There are girls that are attracted to older guys. And, the fact that he's older and famous adds to it. But it also gives girls an excuse to say, like, a girl could be attracted to a guy that's not that good looking, like the Woody Allen type, the little emotional, intellectual nerd. But if you get one that's famous, then you could say, well, I mean, he's famous, so they have a little bit of an excuse.
I also don't care if she runs the North Carolina football program into the ground.
Doesn't matter to me.
Knock yourself out,
Doesn't
sweetheart.
matter to me, yeah.
Do it.
So I think the thing that people are mad about, which one, I don't care, do what you want, love who you love, right?
Yeah.
But like, so when an older man dates a younger girl, it's okay, or kind of frowned upon because it's just a little weird, right? But it's like, whatever, do what you want, be happy. But when a girl dates a guy for his money, she's a whore. She's a gold digger.
Yeah.
She's in it for the wrong reasons. So
Yes.
it's just that
There's a big difference.
But it's a double standard.
Why?
No, it's not difference because he's with her because she's young, not for love.
How do you know? Maybe he really likes her. Maybe he gets along with her. Maybe he sees something in her that he hasn't seen in years, and he's in love with her. And I don't think it's that she's young. I think it's that she's attractive.
Okay, so maybe that's the case. Maybe he is in love, but maybe the girl that's looking for a guy with money is in love with him.
Yes,
and not
that's
his
very
money.
possible.
Right?
But she make Bill Belichick feel like he hasn't felt in 30 years.
Oh yeah, you saw the picture of them doing like couples yoga on the beach, and everyone was like, "Who is this guy? He's never smiled in a year. Now he's in a bathing suit doing couples yoga." Again, I'm with you. Like if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. I think the problem is when it comes to guys dating down, it's not as frowned upon as girls who are looking for someone to take care of them.
If she was fat and ugly, they would say, "Oh man, he must really love her."
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
That's true.
Yeah.
True love. Like, they're just happy for each other.
Carmen, I'm also all for older women dating younger guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
Same.
if it's an older hot woman who kept herself together and she gets a good-looking guy out of the case. I'm like, yeah, that's what you deserve.
I just can't imagine what the conversations are like because you have so many things just not in common.
But he doesn't know what MySpace is. He doesn't know what Facebook is. He doesn't know what she may be teaching him a lot of these things that he's missed out on all these years because he was so dedicated to football. Maybe why he likes her. Maybe he's like, oh, and then I could just order it and they bring the food to my house. Yeah, I didn't even know what Uber Eats was until Jordan told me what it was. She may just be introducing him to all these things that he missed out on.
Yeah.
He's
I'm not mad at
life.
him. Yeah,
Was he married before?
I think so.
I think he has kids.
Yeah.
So I think so.
Yeah, he was married. They got divorced in 2006.
Okay, so he's been single a significant amount of time.
Right, same. Because I think that was that was one of the rumors, like he was cheating on his wife, but clearly that's not the case because they had been broken up for a while.
Remember there was the ring cam of him leaving the walk of shame?
By the way, his ex-wife, not bad looking at all.
No.
And she looks, more his age and stuff, but she's an attractive older lady for sure.
I don't think he's bad looking. I don't think he is the fact that he's emotionless in most pictures make him look,
Yeah.
But I think when in the pictures where they're together and she looks sexy, they kind of look like they can go together.
The funny thing about him, and obviously we don't know him, but just from his persona, from TV and from coaching and that type of stuff, whatever. I feel like she's like, we should go to the club, we should do this, whatever, and he just goes, I'm gonna go watch some film and just go into the other thing. Like I feel like he's not a guy that's playful and fun. And
to me, he doesn't look 73.
Yeah.
He's there. Usually at 70, there are people that are 73 that look a lot worse than this.
Yeah, he's all right for 73.
He's out there. He's still coaching. He's out on the field. Like he's looks for good for 73. I think.
Yeah,
he could pass somewhere in his 60s.
Would she be interested in him if he was just the 73-year-old guy that lives at the end of the block?
Probably
no.
not.
But the fact that he's got that whole interesting life and does fun stuff,
super
and
famous,
makes him more interesting. Yeah. I don't think it's such a bad deal. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Carmen. Good morning, guys. How you doing, Mr. Boucher?
What's up, sir?
Oh, well, I want to go see Nicky Glazer. I'm going to stand out in the parking lot, hopefully get a ticket. It's my birthday month.
You're a little bit mumbly. What do you want to see?
The Medicine Man.
I'm going to go see Nicky Glazer. I'm going to stand out in the parking lot and get a ticket. It's my birthday month,
Let me ask you a question. Did you think about this call before you made it, or you just wing it?
A little bit both.
Yeah. Think about the Skyway, sir. Take a hard right when you're on top of it.
Wow.
I couldn't be more serious either. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Morning, Mike.
Hi. How you doing, sir?
Good, buddy. I just want to go back to what Galvin was saying in his open letter. I believe that people say those things to make themselves feel better. AKA, I wish I had a 4-hour job that pays a 4-hour cool job that pays well. Well, Mike, the only reason why he could get somebody hot is because he's got money, possibly, right? Or because I can't get somebody hot, so he definitely couldn't get hot. If I had money, I could get the same one, right?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. It makes yourself feel better. What I'm shocked at is, you remember a couple of years ago that somebody that works midday actually said it about, and you actually called them out on it. About you couldn't get that person, if your wife, if you didn't make money.
Yeah, who was that? I don't even remember.
JP. It was JP.
No.
Oh, JP. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because people assume that on the surface, but they don't know that. I mean, my wife and I have been together for 26 years, and go look at me 26 years ago, and I was driving a stolen Lincoln when I met her. I didn't even
frosted tips.
I had that came with her. Thank you, sir. She brought the frosted tips.
In her
to
defense,
me.
you looked much better back then.
Oh.
I mean, I was younger. I was definitely younger. That blows my mind. And I also I think this guy is right, because most of the time I am not easily offended, but I do take an interest in when people say things. Like, I don't just blow it off. People who insult me on social media or say something to me that's a comment about the show, sometimes I respond to them. And I'll say, yeah, but what about this? And they'll go, oh, I got under your skin. I'm like, no, you didn't. You asked a question and I responded to you.
I know sometimes I get people listening to the show and they hear us making fun of each other.
Yeah.
And they think they're
in
on it too.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I realize that's what it is, I just let stuff go.
Yeah, I am not laying in bed at night going, I wish that guy didn't say that. I don't care. But I do sometimes, when people have inaccurate information, that bugs me. I'd rather just tell you the truth. If you take the time to ask me something, or if you're going to even insult me, I'd be like, okay, but let me tell you what the real truth is. You'll be blown away when you really know the truth.
Like when somebody called me last night, Burger Bitch Coffee Boy, in my DMs.
Oh, wow.
I was like, okay.
I'm sorry
It's
I did
Coffee
that, Gio.
Bitch Burger Boy.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Yeah.
He got it wrong, but I was like, okay, this guy's just joining in on the fun festivities, I
Right,
guess.
right.
I'll let this go.
Right. There's no reason to get
I'm not
going to
respond
You
back
let
at
it
him.
slide.
Yeah.
Right.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hey, this is Robert. How you guys doing?
Good. What's happening?
I was going to call him. I mean, we're talking about the Bill Belichick thing. Let's face it. He knows she's with him for the money. He doesn't care. He has the money. Let him spend it the way he wants.
But why can't you believe that maybe she just likes him? Maybe she got to know him and she's like, this guy's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but I mean...
But you realize you're saying what that last caller said. You feel like you can't do it, so that you're assuming he can't.
I'm not saying I can't do it.
But are you doing it? Are you dating a hot 24-year-old?
No, I'm dating a hot 39-year-old.
I mean, in your opinion, she's hot, but would you compare her to Jordan Hudson?
No.
Yeah. So, I mean, and no insult to your girlfriend. I've never even seen her.
No.
Right. But you're assuming because you're not getting it.
Well, I understand that. It's just, he's got a lot of money. He's in his 70s. He's in his 20s.
So what? Maybe people are just connected, and he may like her just because she's hot, but also they may have stuff in common that we don't know about. Nobody wants to give that a chance.
I think the better way to say it is the majority of the time in this situation, it's because of money, but who knows?
There's outliers.
Right.
But and that's what I'm saying is let him spend it the way he wants. If it is for that, and he's not stupid. If he knows that, then that's the case. Let him spend it the way he wants.
Yeah. I certainly agree with
Going
that.
out with a bang.
Thank you.
Yeah, like if that is the case, who cares?
Right. It's none of our business.
Right.
It's his money and it's his life.
And if that's the way he wants to spend it, God bless him.
Yeah,
that's the way I'd be spending it.
You're one of the greatest coaches of all time. You've got a ton of money, and now in the twilight of your life, you've got that.
This is what bugs me about Pete. This is why Pete should be having a hot 24-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah.
Driving Lamborghinis, got his own company. He's got a pool with fire shoots out of it.
Yeah.
He should be having 24-year-old naked girls in his pool every weekend.
Yeah, but Pete,
right, but like you said, like you don't feel like you could find a 24-year-old that you had something in common with. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So to go back to that, Pete probably can't either. Just like it's probably more likely that they don't have anything in common than it is about the money and the looks.
I've heard
Again,
Pete
it
say
could be different.
I've heard Pete say such mature things when it comes to that. Like he'll go out with a girl and I'll be like, that girl's hot. She's great. He's like, yeah, but she's eventually going to want to have kids and I don't want to have kids and blah, blah, blah. And I go, who cares about that now? He's like, I got to be honest. Like all of a sudden Pete's like mature about it. You know what I mean? He's saying the right things. Or, he'll date a girl and I'll be like, or he'll meet a girl and I'll go, she's perfect because she's not perfect. She's young. She's going to want to do this. I don't want to do that. And I'm like, how are you being so logical about this?
Because that's someone who's looking for a lifetime partner. And especially with his age, and if he doesn't want to have kids and you're dating someone in their 20s, it is a high possibility that they're going to want to have kids. And so why are you going to waste your time dating this person for 5 years?
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're making the right decision.
Not long term.
Right. Just to end things on that one decision, because it's, unless they change their mind about not wanting to have kids, or you change your mind about having kids in your 60s, you know what I mean? But those are things that go into play for people who are looking for a long-term relationship.
Pete sent me the picture. Every morning he sends me a picture of the girls that he matches with on Bumble or whatever it is. Boo. He sent me one yesterday. I have to show it to you.
Please.
Guys. It is, in fact, I got to show it to you now. It is the most horrendous thing I've ever seen.
Pete face. This is what Pete face is.
Yeah. Oh, is it worse than Pete face?
Worse than Pete
face.
For
those that don't know what Pete face is, this is what it is.
I'm going to send it in the group text, okay? I want to hear your natural reaction.
I can't wait.
He said this to me, and he said, I wish that I had the confidence to smile like this girl smiling in the picture.
So he doesn't respond to these people. They've just matched with him.
Yeah, and he just sends them to me. This is what I know. Okay, here we go. I can't put it up on publicly because I don't want to insult the girl. I don't want her to.
If she's out there trying to bumble it up,
right? And I don't want to make it like I'm making fun of her. But I am making fun of her.
Yeah.
Do you see it?
No. I just see your salary. That's it.
Do you see the picture, Carmen?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I was.
I mean, to have teeth like that. To have teeth like that and smile with the confidence of a supermodel.
This can't be real. Read the description.
Yeah.
This can't be real. This has to be fake. Do you see what the description says?
Yeah, but.
With a sweet tooth?
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
That's got to be fake.
I don't know.
That sucks. I feel bad.
I feel bad too. That's why I'm only sharing it with you guys.
Fix it.
Close it. At least close it.
That's not an easy fix.
Yeah.
Carmen.
That's
Put
not
a grenade in your mouth and let it go off.
Try and bite a boulder.
Yeah.
Like, do something.
Chew on some bolts and nuts. It'll fix it.
I am not spending money on anything until I get those fixed.
That can't be real.
I would use my coupon if it was at a dentist. Oh, that's so bad.
I would use my tooth for one coupon.
Yeah, 6 and 9, I'm out.
Tooth for one.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
God, I do not want to be single.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I wanted to comment on the Bill Belichick
Yeah, go ahead.
story you were talking about. Yeah, I think the difference between men and women, when you're talking about money or whatever, but women all go into it with a checklist, like my wife did, of all checking all the boxes of, well, he's financially secure, he's good looking, or all those things. And I think they're set up to kind of do that. Everybody wants, even if I was dating, I want a woman who's financially secure. I want a woman that's good looking. I want a woman that's along those lines. I think that's just inherent with anybody. And so for her to look for someone that's financially secure, that it may have started that way, but she probably likes him. He's a great person, a famous person.
Maybe.
My friend John McKay told me before we went to college, he was a year older than us, and he came back and he said to me, listen, when you go to college, we're used to being the big fish in a small pond. He goes, in college, it's not like that. Don't be the tough guy. Be the girl. He goes, all these girls are going away and they're missing their father for the first time. It's the first time they're away without some male in their life. So the guys that they're looking for are the guys that aren't being cool, the ones that'll take care of them. I got laid 3 times in college. All 3 girls told me I remind them of their father.
Gross.
But what I'm saying is that some of these young girls are looking for that male figure in their life, and it manifests in their relationship because they didn't have that guy, or because they're trying to replace the guy that they had growing up with. So it's very possible that she likes this guy just because of that reason.
I mean, true. I mean, the men's checklist is she looks nice and she wants to sleep with me.
Yeah,
I mean,
we have a very short checklist.
Women have a board, for God's sakes.
Right, you're right. Thank you for the call. You're absolutely right. We have very low standards. She's pretty, and she said yes. That's what we're looking at. It's very easy. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hi, good morning. I was just calling because my boyfriend and I are 22 years different. He's 22 years older than I, and
Now, what does that put him at? How old of a guy does that make him?
He is 65.
Okay. So. And how long have you been together?
It'll be 18 years in November.
And when you met him, were you aware that he was significantly older than you?
No, I was not. He's very good looking for his age.
What about old? Does he have old balls?
No, his balls are quite nice.
Yeah,
very tight. Very tight.
That's it. You got to also take care of yourself. If you look good and you got good balls, you're in good shape.
Right. And I was going to say, as far as money goes, when we first met, we were both in places financially. He was going through divorce and filing bankruptcy and everything like that, which I didn't know that when I first met him. But so I certainly wasn't in it for the money. And luckily now things are totally different that way. But he just doesn't want to get married again. And I never wanted to get married, so that worked out perfect. And
now let me ask you this question. You said he was a good-looking guy. Where do you rank when people look at you two together? Are they like, how did he get her? Or do they look at you and go, no, they're about right for each other?
I'm decent looking, but I'm not super hot. I'm not like the cheerleader, but
right. So so it's appropriate that you guys would be together.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's not. I have been mistaken for his daughter on several occasions.
That's good.
Yeah, that is good for you. And hey, I'm happy to hear that you guys are happy and that he's got good balls.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the call, Punk.
It's daddy-daughter night, huh?
Well, it happens to me a lot.
Yeah.
The older I get, the older I look, and my wife is not getting any older. So a couple of times I've been mistaken for
she really does not change, which is weird.
Yeah. One of the people that has really cornered the market on that is our next guest, Christy Brinkley, who is 71 years old.
71?
Unbelievably gorgeous woman in her life and has showed no signs of aging.
I assume she's had some work, but great job because it doesn't.
If you have work done without looking like you've had work done, that's the way to go.
Yeah, like they say that's the best haircut is when people can't tell you got your haircut.
Yeah.
It just looks good.
The pulled back Joker mouth is the first dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Sometimes sexy, but yes, a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Oh, if I could find a rich woman with Joker mouth, I love that.
That's a catch.
Oh yeah, Joker mouth and big perky fake boobs.
Yep.
That's my next girlfriend.
And she got them late too. She didn't have them when she was young.
No. She got
super tan and freckled cleavage.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in 100%. Take a break. Christy Brinkley will join us live. She will be on the air with us, and she will be visually on YouTube. You'll get to see the lovely supermodel when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
They were married, right?
Yeah.
They were married, yeah.
But they have a friendly relationship now.
I don't know. I mean, she evidently said some stuff in this book. I'm assuming we'll find out. It's one of the things I'm going to ask her. I'm trying to zoom in now with Christy Brinkley. This is also something that I never thought I'd say in my life.
Yeah, right.
I'm about to zoom in a call with Christy Brinkley. Probably should have wore sleeves.
No.
I didn't consider that.
I think it's cool.
No, she'd be like, that guy's pretty tough.
Yeah.
You don't want to think, oh man, this guy's bougie.
Yeah.
Put a collared shirt on.
No, I could have wore sleeves a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, I'm in, Gio, I think.
I am not in.
You are not in?
No.
They kick you out?
It says I'm waiting for the host to let me in.
Oh, no, but I mean, I'm in. Yeah. Has joined. We'll let them know you're here, it says. You want to test the speaker and microphone while we're here? Check. Speaker, mic, line. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. I mean, I imagine she's talking to a lot of people, so.
Yeah, she's on a radio tour this morning, so they get long-winded.
This is nice. I like that this is the new norm now of people that are able to zoom in, especially when they're one of the most famous supermodels to ever be on the cover of magazines.
I'm losing my goddamn mind, but yeah.
Why?
Anytime we have guests, when stuff's out of my control, it drives me insane.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. I have a short list of people that if this was Billy Joel, I would be so nervous right now, and I'd be super excited. I mean, I'm excited now to talk to Christy Brinkley, but there's like if this was Eddie Vedder, if this was, you know what I'm saying, and you told me that we were going to have Eddie Vedder on, and then it fell through, I'd be like, oh, that's crushing my heart. But if Miss Brinkley gets too busy and we have to cancel, somehow I think I'll survive.
I will not survive that.
Yeah, boy, Burger Guy gets very.
Yeah, I just like I said, when things are out of my control, I get very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because when there's nothing I can do about what's happening, that's what I don't like. Because I always try to, dot all the I's and cross all the T's or whatever, however the hell, any analogy you want to use. I always cover my ass.
Yeah.
And then if it backfires in my face because it's out of my control, I get very upset.
All right. Well, I'll tell you right now. 2 minutes late, Gio.
Mm-hmm.
This is on you.
I'll take the L.
800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. This is awkward to just sit here and kind of wait.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming they'll join when it's time.
I will tell you something that I'm coming to the realization of that I think that none of you are going to be surprised by this. I'm thinking I may skip the Mission Impossible thing.
Shocker.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys got me nervous. You got me all nervous that I'm going to fall asleep in the movie.
You're going to. You'll see it 6 months from now at your house.
Oh, no. If I don't go see it tonight, I'm going to go see it on Monday after the show.
Yeah. We're off on Monday.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Oh, even better. I do really want to see it. Like, I'm excited for it. I just watched the last one again just to kind of brush up on it.
Yeah, we watched it too.
It's good.
Those movies that you kind of want to see in the theater.
Yes.
The big sound, the big screen.
When Tom told us that before Top Gun, he was right.
I'd like to go see it in IMAX because the stunts were shot in IMAX.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think Ethan Hunt dies in this one?
I think he retires.
I think he dies, but they leave it to as did he die or did he not?
That's
die?
what I think.
Something else will come back. Will Glenn Powell be in this movie?
I hope so. I love him
because they said he said that he would
carry on
the franchise.
Yeah, I think definitely you think he's dead, and then at the last second they leave a doubt. Like, wait a minute, and then it cuts to black.
Yeah,
Credits
and then
roll.
that way, the next one with Glenn Powell, he's in a situation he doesn't think he can get out of, but there's only one guy who can help him and talk to him, and he'll be in that.
Yeah.
It's just a minor role, but in there to help him out.
She's got to call the hotline.
Why? What happened?
She's having issues on her end. Yeah. I mean, I can cancel it, but she's going to have to call the hotline.
I mean, it was the first time I was going to get to
I
stare at Chrissy Brinkley.
I know.
Of all guests we have, that we want to look at. All right. That's fine, too.
Yeah.
I guess.
Let's pull up a picture. You want me to print out a picture and cut the mouth out, and I'll mouth the words like she's talking to you?
Remember when Conan used to do that?
Yeah, that was great.
That was great. Conan used to just be like, "Oh, we have this guest on," and it'd just be a George Clooney's mouth.
And the best was it would be like Bill Clinton and the guy doing the thing, whatever, didn't even sound like him. What's up, Conan?
All right. Well, are they calling now?
Yeah,
or
they're
what?
going to call now.
All right. We'll just talk to her there.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because I'm not wearing sleeves.
Probably.
They may have taken a look and said,
Yeah.
This guy's too gross to
Nope.
talk
I
to.
want to pass on the video. We're just going to go audio on
No,
this one,
thank
I
you.
think. Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh, anyway, Mission Impossible.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite one?
A favorite Mission Impossible? I mean, the first one was so good that I'm like, God, I love this franchise. But if I had to pick a favorite one, I do like the one where they're in Abu Dhabi. I like that.
I mean, that's a really good scene where they have to climb out the window up to the other one. That
and the
is
sandstorm
good.
and all the stuff and the
yeah.
different fights and
The one with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
that was good
That's
too.
hard, hard to watch, man.
Inject the things in their brains.
Yeah.
That's a good
He's
one.
so good. Philip Seymour Hoffman's so good in that movie.
He was good in everything, man. It sucks
Yeah.
that he's dead.
But I do love how Tom Cruise shows his girlfriend, wife, whatever, how to use a gun. And then she's just picking people off left and right. Like he has to show her how to use it.
Right.
And then she's like, "Oh, I think I got the hang of it." Just drilling everybody, hitting them perfect, dead center.
The only one I think that stunk was the second one because that was a John Woo one. And I don't think it was bad. It was just so different from the other ones. You were like, but that girl is so gorgeous.
That's
in that
where he's
movie.
got the big hair and he's like in the desert.
I mean, he's got long hair, and he's in.
That's with Thandie Newton.
Yeah, Thandie Newton.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird. It was
Because
like,
it was John Woo directed, so it was all those slow motion stunts.
yeah,
and all
you could
that.
tell it was a different style.
Yeah, it was not. It was,
but
not
it still
good.
wasn't bad. But
No.
it was just there was.
And it had that guy Doug Ray Scott, who is supposed to be Wolverine,
yeah,
and who everybody loved, was supposed to be the next big thing, and you didn't hear anything about him either.
Yeah.
So he ended up being a bust. Had that been Hugh Jackman, it probably would have been a bigger movie.
Yeah.
So where we at, Joe? What's going on? I'm just stalling now. Just talking about Mission Impossible just to waste time.
Yeah. She should be calling the hotline soon.
Soon.
I'm just staring at it.
We got to end the show at some point.
Yeah, I know.
We gotta play commercials.
What's the percentage of you going tonight now?
It's still 90%.
90%. You are.
I do want to go.
I know you want to go.
Here's my thing: is that Gio got me nervous about being out late and being tired, and I don't want to fall asleep. But also, my wife is working from the office today, so I'm home alone. So I think maybe I'll just take a nap,
do a little nappy poo,
and then I'll be okay.
And then the movie starts at what time?
7:30.
It actually starts at 7:30, or yeah. So let's just call it 8:00. The movie's 2.5 hours. You're home by 11.
Movie's almost 3 hours. It's like 2 hours and 49 minutes.
You won't be home until like 11:30.
It's a preview though, right?
It's a preview.
So there's no trailers.
No trailers?
Yeah, usually previews they just start.
Oh no, they have trailers.
Sometimes
previews.
Most time they don't.
It's an opportunity to advertise other movies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you're lucky if we're home in bed by 11:30.
Right. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's making me go, maybe we're not gonna do this. But who knows?
Good luck. By the way, that's all what went into me not going.
It's all what?
That's all what, because I could have gone too.
Oh, yeah.
But I looked at it and I go, nah, there's no way I'm doing that. And then trying to get up and stuff. So
I know, but I really like that movie.
I really like it too, and I'll see it, when it comes out. But yeah, I mean, it's coming out next week.
I know, but I have to go to.
So you want to spoil it?
No, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'll tell you if it's good or bad.
Yeah.
And then I have what do you call it tonight? This weekend rather. I'm going to the beach. Ugh. I'm stuck at the beach all weekend, so I won't be able to do it then. That's why I figured.
What does your beach excursion look like? You under an umbrella in a chair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time I'm in the water. I like to go in the water. Yeah. My wife will just sit there and read and order drinks.
And you're in the water playing with your daughter? You're in the water?
Most likely, but this time my daughter's bringing a friend. So I'll just be lonely, man, in the water.
Yeah.
Just waiting for a shark to come nip me on the leg.
Seashells.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
That's pretty much it.
All
right. Christy Brinkley's got 1 minute before I have to take a break.
She's on the hotline.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, don't make me. No, I feel like I threatened her.
No.
Miss Brinkley, how are you?
Hi, I'm great, thank you. How are you?
It is a pleasure to have you on the show. If I may ask, start out with an odd question. Is it baby's blood that you drink that makes you look so young? What are you doing to yourself?
I'm just living my best life. I think joy and happiness is the best anti-ager. So I just try and string together as many joyous occasions as I can. And I accentuate them by popping a cork from my Bellissima Prosecco. I let that cork fly and I share a bottle with friends. And I think that is the fountain of youth.
Wow. Well,
I gotta that may be the thing. My wife loved Prosecco.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's true that, when you are opening a bottle of wine or Prosecco, it means that you want to put all your worries behind and enjoy yourself with your friends and laugh and talk. And I think that is really good for you, good for the soul, good for every part of you.
So then let me ask you this. We're talking to Christy Brinkley because she's got a new book called Uptown Girl, a memoir, which is out now. I've been seeing you do press for it on TV and everywhere. I would imagine that when you made a decision to write this, because you did journal, right? You did journal throughout your life, so you've had all this.
Yeah.
But you make a decision. You have to relive all this emotion again before you write this book. And do you want to put yourself through all that over and over again?
I know. And as it turns out, there were parts of the book that were a joy to revisit, and I loved writing about it. And I could have, turned those chapters into entire books. But when there are ups, there's often downs, and I think that in my case, some of the lows in my life actually were gifts. When you see it with this kind of perspective, you realize that maybe you would never have challenged yourself if that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Maybe you would never have learned how strong you are if that hadn't happened. Because sometimes when these things happen, you just feel really stupid. But then you realize, hold on a second. You know what? I made it through, and you start to actually appreciate that happened in a kind of strange,
sure, you've learned a
karmic
lesson
way,
you've
you
changed,
know.
yeah. Do you I have not read the book, but I've seen you talk about it, and I see you get into pretty much detail about Billy and his alcoholism. When you sit down and set out to write a book like this, do you have to communicate to them beforehand, and is he happy with you or not happy with you that you're going to do this?
Yeah. Well, actually, Billy came to me to ask me to be in his upcoming documentary, and so I said yes, of course, and then everyone in progress. Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
I do not know how to make that. That must have been the last show that I was on. Well, just so you know, we're being recorded.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Anyway, where was I before?
You said that he asked you to be he asked you to be in the documentary, and you agreed to do that.
Yes,
and did you then tell him?
And then everybody along the way of his documentary was like, please, 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 you know, you've got to just say your truth and say it as it is. And Billy's like, no, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Just, you got to say what you need to say.
Yeah.
And that's fine. So
I think you probably get to a certain point in your life where you can only deal in the truth. You've lived through the situation enough, and now at this point, it's the only way to be happy is to figure out what the truth really was.
Yeah, and you know, since then he's been through all of those, you know, various rehab techniques and everything, which revisits all of that anyway, and so. It's because you've revisited that, I think that you're able to heal and move on.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, you know, speak for him, but I think that that's how it works.
We're talking to Christy Brinkley, who I will tell you, we got two 53-year-olds in this room, one 43-year-old, one 60-year-old. But all of us, four of us in this room, have all at one time or another stared at your picture on a magazine cover. Does that creep you out, or are you just so used to that at some point?
No, I'm it's no, it's what I've done for the past 50 years, you know. Yeah. I mean, Sports Illustrated, I'm sure that it was a Sports Illustrated picture that you're referring to, and I had so much fun on those trips, and they were just so transforming my career from I mean, I was successful, but it took me to a whole other level. So I'm very grateful for those years and grateful for those pictures. And,
so are we. Thank you for those. Our teenage years. Thank you for those. There is a woman who lives here in the Tampa Bay area named Lynn Austin. She was the original Hooters girl. She'd been in Playboy, and I got to work with her for a couple of years in doing radio. And she is she's another one of those women who everybody in this area knew and loved and was on billboards and all that. And I used to sit there and talk to her and listen to some of the stories that she would tell about celebrities coming after her so hard, married celebrities there was no sliding into DMs back then, but hotel rooms. And I can't imagine being as popular worldwide as you were, the stuff that you probably had to deal with over the years.
I think that, I don't know. I don't think I had to deal with all of that much. I do have a kind of Me Too moment in the book that I write about. But basically, and I did have a business moment where I think there was some exploitive kind of thing that they were trying to do, but I shut that down. And I think you start to develop a reputation like, don't mess with her.
Smarter than the average model. Yeah.
So I think, I don't know, I really didn't attract a lot of that, to be honest. I don't know.
Good. Well, I got to tell you, the book is called Uptown Girl. It is out and it's available everywhere that you get books. It's certainly an amazing career that you've had, not only being a model, but an actress and a businesswoman and a mother and somebody who's been through 4 marriages and, has had public divorces, and it's a lot to go through. I hope people check the book out. And we, again, as males, thank you for Vacation. We thank you for Sports Illustrated and all the times that, and how you continue to still look beautiful is amazing, and I appreciate you carving out some time to be on the show today.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I just want to say there's a lot more in the book beyond my marriages and divorces as well. I work a lot of Muhammad Ali gets in there, and Frank Sinatra's in there. So, speaking of celebrities, you'll have to read the book and see how they factored in my life.
All right, good. I love the dirt. Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you on. The book is called Uptown Girl, a memoir, and it's out now with the great Christy Brinkley. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you. Yeah, there you go, Carmen. And that's it, huh? All right. Take it right up to the end.